Hmm.
Let's do it.
You gotta gargle your salt water before we start.
I'm gargling my Mickeys.
Looks like
Nothing
we're
yet
good.
there, Sean.
It says we're streaming on
Oh
my
yeah,
end.
we're in.
Meeting is now
Nice.
streaming. All right, well let's cue it up here. This is Bell and Bell episode number 18. We are inviting an awesome first time guest today, the star of what the hell's that other podcast called? Digital Chicklets, the
Digital
star
chicklets. Yep. Digital
co-host of
chicklets.
Digital Chicklets. And we're gonna talk to MNYoda about his team, about his playing style. He was our most improved player from last season, so we want to talk about that. And then we're gonna do the best rosters of season 17 draft. So stay tuned for
Sweet.
that. This is where we would play our theme song, but we don't know how to do that. So we'll just get right into it. Welcome, man. Good to see you. Good to see you,
Yeah.
Nathan. I haven't seen you in a while either.
Yeah,
Yeah,
thanks for
man.
coming on here.
Thanks for having me, guys. This is cool. I'm always happy to be a first time guest as a first time guest. Period. So it's pretty awesome. I've never been invited to a podcast, let alone the number one in the league. So
Top 10, yeah.
Top ten in the world.
yeah, man. No, it's cool. It's been a fun little ride building this weird team and being an absolute rookie to the game when I first started playing. I never played it as a kid or anything. So
Well, I wanted to ask you that. Like, did you like what's your? I mean, I we all know you're in California, but like you're obviously connected to the Minnesota guys. What's your background with those guys? Did you grow up with them?
yeah, so I grew up in Minnesota. I lived overseas for a little bit of time and stuff like that, but mostly been in Minnesota, except for out here for 7 years. So how do I know the guy? Yeah, I know the guys almost. I think all the guys from Minnesota, at least. There's probably been a few that have dropped out before, but I knew Judd through a couple other buddies that we all went to the University of Minnesota, and I met all the guys that I know from Minnesota in the league. I kind of met through Judd. So now we all kind of have like a good crew going on and do a cabin trip in the summer and have our own little text threads and shit of basically Blair talking shit to everybody else about being how good, being as good as he is. And then we all make fun of Nick for being the future of the league. And Judd's just a grumpy bastard.
Did you ever go to their tournaments like before
you know,
this all started?
No, I think I probably was invited, but I'm like, what the fuck is that? No, I'm good. But then I did go. I've gone to a couple now. Most of them since I've been out here actually. And there's one. They have this other little local one that they do with just a smaller group of guys that I might fly back for in May. But yeah, no, I've done a couple of them now. But I'm terrible because it's I can't remember if we do manual goalie on theirs or not, which I'm terrible at auto. And then they also require you to use the old school controllers, which I also suck at. So
What do you use for just like the Amazon like Sega one?
I actually use a PlayStation 5 controller. It's just the
Really?
one that ended up because I started out with the regular one, USB one, and then I don't know, I just can't get my passes or any of that stuff off. I mean, I'm not great at any of it, but I mean, with that controller, I'm much worse. I think I've tried to go back to it and go, oh, I got to play these guys in a cabin tournament or play these guys in one of their bigger ones. And I'm like, so I practice on a regular controller. I'm like, fuck this. I'll just figure it out on the fly.
Interesting. PS5.
Yeah.
I've never tried that. Do you find a difference, Sean, in the like the online like it's a bit smaller, I would say, the online one to the like the
It's a
old
bit smaller, but
school.
I don't think it's much difference. I never noticed the difference.
I noticed
Yeah, I
like
think the I
going
think
to
the
the
like
tournament.
the 8-bit one that kind of mirrors the old school one. I think they're it's a little smaller, like it's not quite as big, but I think that everything else is exactly the same.
Yeah.
Do you use a joystick on that?
Hmm. Yeah, I
Really?
do use the joystick. But
Oh.
it took me for a while. I was like, why am I even using this? It doesn't matter what controller I use. I can't get it down. I can't figure it out the game. So I was like, whatever. So then I started using the joystick and I got a little bit better with it. But I think I've only used the like regular controller like for 2 or 3 seasons. And then maybe I tried for a couple games here and there. If like one of them dies or something, I'll just plug it in and use it. But yeah, it's the only one that I feel comfortable using. feels weird now for sure going back to the old school one because I'm like, hey guys, just so you know, if you beat me, I'm using an old school controller, and they're like, oh, excuses, which it totally is an excuse, but yeah,
I
no,
wonder
so
how many
it's
guys are using the PS. Like I think G-Lock used it, like a PS or an
yeah,
Xbox or
I I
something.
I think a lot of people use other controllers. Yeah, I mean, most of the really good guys, that have been in the league for a long time are probably the traditionalists. But I every once in a while I ask her if I have a problem with the controller. I'll ask somebody I think that might have one, and then you find out either A, they do use it or they don't. But I think there's probably more than there used to be, at least.
So the joystick, I'm just trying to wrap my head around this. I don't know if I ever played video games other than I remember playing with you, Nate, like NHL 2000 and whatever, 14 maybe or something.
Yeah.
Visiting you one time, but that's probably the only time I ever use a controller that's not like Sega controller, you know? Is it like
Yeah.
does it move different? Like is the joystick different than using that D-pad?
I don't know if you're asking me. I like I said, I never had like a Genesis. I think I might have had the first Nintendo, and then I never got another game system until like a PS3. Right. So, and even then, I was never really. I'm good at like the Tom Clancy Black Ops type games with the shooters, but I'm not good at really any other video games. And so, but for me, I think a lot of people might think that the joystick. So I'm used to using a joystick first off, but I think some people would say it's harder to control the joystick when you're used to kind of the aiming of the passes and the shots. I'm still. I think for me probably that I can't get the corners of the nets or especially when I'm playing up. I can't really aim the shot really well. Like I usually shoot it over the glass. So it's just like I'm kind of hanging on to the position of the joystick when I hit the shot. So it kind of just soars over the net, and that there might be something to that. I never had it in the first place, so every once in a while I get lucky and get a nice one, but usually it's over the net if it's if I'm going too fast.
I was looking back at the stand, like I couldn't remember when you joined the league. What was it, season? I was surprised when I went to the standings, but I don't know if they're accurate. I'm looking on Puss's website, and it looks like you joined in when season 6 or 7.
Yeah, it must be something like that. I think I want to say it's been like 3 or 4 years now, maybe 3 years, I guess, something like that. I remember exactly what it was because Blair and Judd were out in Southern California for some Twins games that were playing in LA and Anaheim, and so we're there at their hotel, and they were talking about this league, and they're like, we have this thing Segathon, right? And I'm like, oh yeah, yeah, yeah. They're like, hey, you should try to play this league. And I had just moved to California. I was like a 40-year-old guy, married, no kids, so it's like impossible to make friends out here. Is like at that age. If you had kids, you got this weird connection, but it's usually just work friends. And so I was like, oh, I'm looking for shit to do. So they're like, oh, join this league. And so I think I started though. The West Stars, I think, was on my second season because I played with like East Troy or Troy or so. It was like a Troy team, I
Oh,
think.
okay.
Oh,
Yeah, it was an
interesting.
inherited team, and they were not great. But I had like Jason Arnott was like my one good player, I think.
Oh, I see it here. Yeah. So
Yeah,
this was season 5,
yeah,
1999. Yeah, it is. It's
yeah,
listed as Aftershock / MNYoda for
yeah.
I can't tell the
That
name. But
Troy
aftershock.
City
Yeah,
Titans. Yeah, I'm looking at it too.
yeah. Because there was like a couple Troy teams in there or something like that. I'm not even sure. Talking about was Troy, Wisconsin, or Michigan, I have no idea.
I'm looking at the standings of season 5. Troy City Titans are last place. Guess who's second last in the league?
Pink.
Pink. Pink.
Yeah, yeah.
15-40 season 5, and look at them now. That's unbelievable.
Oh,
there
15
you
and
go.
40 sounds amazing. That long ago. Even now, I'm like, hey, I'll be surprised if I hit 15 wins this year again or whatever. I don't know how many I had last year, but it was better. But I'm fucking playing terrible so far. I haven't played that many games, but like my new team, I don't know if it's me or it's just the people I actually with, but I'm just like, they feel slower now than they were. And I think they are. Two guys are faster, but Simmons, I think, is kind of a dud
Yeah.
this year. So Yeah, I'm like, oh man, I hope I don't slide that far back, you know. I've gotten skewed on the draft. Like the last two, I've gone down both of the last two. Like this one, I dropped pretty. I think as far as I could possibly go. I think, and I did that. And then last year, Judd somehow bumps me down one or two spots. So I mean, I ended up getting somebody good, but you know, not
He
great.
jumped up twice, I think, both years.
Yeah, oh
Isn't
yeah,
he?
yeah. And he got it. We did. He and I did a mutually good trade. I like the goalies. I played goalie when I was growing up, so I always think it's important to have a good goalie. I know that's a taboo subject for some people, but you know, I'm like, oh, if I traded because I had a good team, you know, through all the drafts, and I was still figuring out how to play well, even with like good teams. I mean, I wasn't like you know Matty A level team or actually what I think, you know, now like Betty Ford is pretty awesome. But I never had like after I mean it all came through the draft. So the first, you know, 4 seasons were not great. But I think I made a couple bad trades, but then I think getting Marc Andre Fleury and giving up Getzlaff was all right for me because I had Semin who was coming up for 3 or 4 seasons, you know. So I think it was a good trade. And so now I think the team's pretty solid, but for some odd reason I feel slower and I don't know why. And I like the speed stuff.
It does change every year, right? Like it's pretty
Yeah.
significant. These same guys who sometimes are jumping around in their stats quite a bit.
Yeah, I think really Semin is the only kind of, you know, slowpoke I have right now. But, you know, he was really good last season. So at least for me, he was really good. So yeah, I don't know. I think it's been a you know pretty good like team that I built. I don't know, I'm probably going off your script a little bit, but um
I gotta say, I'm surprised at how long ago you've been in the league. Like you're almost like an
yeah.
OG, and I just didn't
Yeah,
realize.
I've just been at the bottom for so long, you know,
Maybe that's
like
why I'm not
I
paying
mean I'm like
anything.
classic bottom three for I could count on it every season. Even Maddie, like when Maddie started, there would be times where he'd beat me. For some reason he'd beat me and then I'd beat somebody randomly good, like a really good person. Like it's just for me, I'm like this all the time. And so
Was
yeah,
there
I
any
think
point where you were like, "Fuck this"? Like you're now
oh
in 11 years or
yeah.
something, 11 seasons.
Every season I go, what the fuck am I doing? Like I'm always pissed because I'm super competitive, but I can only be pissed off for like maybe a day. And then I'm like, oh, like I dropped a Q team one time. I'm like, I had gotten Ronick in the draft. I had Fedorov, Belfour. Somehow I had picked up a team and then had really good drafts. And I was like, I have this amazing team, but they're all like really young still. So I expected to be so much better. I'm like, okay, now it's on me. I got a great team. And then I just quit. And then like the next season I started over again because I can only be mad for a minute. Yeah, I still get, you know, I'm just competitive, like, but it's still super fun to me. I love doing the X's and all that shit. But yeah, I hate being, I'm like, I should be way better after this many seasons. Like I should be at least 5, 10 games better. And
But
yeah, but
I
I'm
would
like,
say
whatever.
like of all like I haven't seen you really throw like hissy fits or quit, you know? Like there's been
Oh no,
some
yeah,
epic
yeah,
situations
I
in
don't
this
get, I
league.
only get pissed at myself usually. Like there are times where I'm like, oh, this fucking streams, like, or not the streams, but the hosts, you know,
Yeah,
or I'm like,
yeah,
I should have said something 3 goals ago, but then I'm like, whatever, I don't care now. I'm too pissed at myself, so I don't give a shit.
yeah.
But yeah, now I think the quitting thing is probably over. I think the XCs, I just feel like I'm like slowly as shit, you know, but I'm starting to see pass, you know, when I could skate. I'm starting to see the passes better, but it's still kind of spotty. You know, I'll have one good game where I'm like, I probably played better than anybody in the league ever that one game. And then I'll be like, I probably played worse than everybody ever in the next
Mhm.
5, right? So it's like, yeah, I don't know. You know, Pink's probably a good person to talk to because I'm like, they're just games where like I'm down 5 goals in the first period we're playing, and I'm like, what the fuck? Like, I don't know, I could play better. And you know, he's got a good
Incredible
team,
though.
obviously. So yeah, no, it's fun though. Yeah, but I have been around a while. I was actually thinking about that, and I was like, heck, I actually am. I'm probably around longer than maybe half the guys now.
I think so. Yeah, looking back, like this is back in season 5 standings are funny. Wait, there's 34 teams. Ellis was still playing. Can't Stanja was in the league. Moses was there. Who else?
Go for
NIU
Gibb.
Husky.
Go
Golfer
for
Gibb.
Gibb. I don't even know who I.
Elko.
That was when I was
Halifax.
still trying to figure out, like, what the fuck? Why does Sunnyvale have one name and then they call him Klein, and then his team's called the Shithawks or whatever it was back then? I'm like, I don't know people's names. I don't get any of the inside jokes. Now I still do. I know like 2 real names plus your guys's, right? Because you're very transparent with your names. So yeah, it's. I mean, there's still people where I'm like, who the fuck is Party Dan? You know, and then I'm like, Party Ed half the time. Now I know the difference of the people, but it's still fun to me.
It's actually kind of a funny point. I'm looking at the standings now, and I'm like me and Sean, like Sean's just got Sean Bell. I mean, like not many other people have their names on here. I didn't even consider Mike Vick, I guess, has got his, but
No, that's not his real name though.
yeah, he's not
It was
actually Mike
hilarious because
Vick.
he had a Michael
Jesus
Vick like
Christ,
thing, and I'm like, maybe he's just inside poking at dog fighters or people with herpes or something like that.
yeah.
He used
Did
to.
you ever?
Do you guys know that like Michael Vick had a name checking into hotels was, and they found out he had herpes or something like that because it's Ron Mexico was like his alias for hotels, and then somehow people connected the. I have no idea if it's true, and like whatever. Mike Vick is like the best scrambling quarterback ever, so even the dog fights. I mean, I'm a dog lover, so I probably can't forgive him for that, but you know. I feel weird that people make fun of him for herpes now. So that's like the least of the things you should make fun of him for.
I just counted through there was 34 guys in that season 5. I probably missed a few, but I roughly counted 12 or 13 not in the league anymore out of 34. So yeah, you're right up there now with like the longest time guys.
Yeah, because how many do we have now?
We only have 27, I think.
28,
it's 27.
28 this year.
28.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's interesting. Even like you think about like how the league has gone like in 360 degrees a couple times on different things. Nothing, not good or bad or anything. You're just like, oh, we used to have divisions. Then we went to this play everybody twice, which, I've told Alter, like for me, that's one I'd rather be in the divisions only because then, because for me, I don't know, always the first game is like, it's a fucking hit or miss game where, I'm either going to get killed or I might play all right. And it's like, I need a minute to feel everybody out. Because I can't remember who's good at what and what style or who even down Bs. Because I usually follow, down Bs. I'm not a down B'er until somebody else shoots one, or if there's like 2 seconds left in a period, right? And I got nothing left but that. Otherwise, I try to not do them unless I'm just getting completely smoked. But if I'm playing the Minnesota guys, I'm like, fuck it. I know the rules they follow, so I expect it. So but that's like the things for me. Like I forgot, I'm like, oh, Lloyd Xmas, I was playing great, and then I forgot he just does the down Bs. He fucking hammered me on some just terrible ones in the season games, or maybe I could have hung in there for a couple. And I'm like, oh fuck, I just wish, like, it should be like a gentleman's rule at the beginning. Do you do down Bs? No. Okay, I won't either. Right?
That's
I mean, I don't know. That's kind of like
yeah.
I kind of know who does it, but it's like, okay, I know everybody. You hate it or you love it. I don't really care as long as I know it's coming, so I can turn my goalie on faster.
we need Ultra to put in like in the main box after like pick your team, pick the time, all that. Put down Bs on or off, and then
Yeah, it could just be right next to them. They're like, yes, they're a D. They're a D. They're a bunch of dicks. All right, cool.
Turn it off. Yeah. I'm looking at your trade here, Yoda, for the one with Gophers. Season 12, it looks like. We're in season 17 now. So Kari Lettinen and Ryan Getzlaff for Fleury, Heatley, and a 2008 first round pick. I don't know. Do you remember who that was? I have no idea.
I think I ended up getting my backup goalie. I kind of took that one because it's Robin Leonard. So I just kind of had that one, and I didn't really need anything else. So I was like, oh well, maybe somebody will need a goalie later on, and I can trade for if I need a better defense or whatever. So yeah, I think for me it worked out because I can't remember who my goalie was before the trade. But yeah, I wanted a good goalie to have where I didn't have to worry about it for a while. And the Flower was playing in Minnesota at the time anyway, and he's like, other than Ed Belfour in the heyday, like he was like one of my favorites. So I just was like, okay, I got a good goalie for a while here. And then I had a couple, and Heatley only had a little bit left, and Getzlaff, I had Semin coming up and a few guys, so I'm trying to kind of keep that, kind of cyclical thing in mind with the numbers. Half the time I don't even know if it matters because when you pull them up every game, it's either they're high on something or lower than they're usually they're kind of averages or whatever. So, and that's what I got going on now. Semin can be a stud this year, or he can be slow and like he got hammered before every game.
Yeah, fair enough. You obviously pay attention to your team. Like you care about the GM side of this league.
Yeah, a little bit. I mean, I don't, I get, I'm the one who kind of gets, because I've gotten some good drafts being at the bottom and stuff. I'm usually a target of GMDS like for, 2 months before the season's over or whatever. And I'm kind of like, dude, you got to wait. I don't know where I'm going to fall. I'm either going to win more games and it's going to be like, maybe I should trade now, or maybe I'm going to be at the bottom. And I'm like, well, I can get a top 3. And then, of course, the resurgence of the lottery and stuff like that, right? Obviously I was against it because I'm at the bottom, but I can see it from everybody's perspective where I'm like, whatever. But I've also been probably the guy who gotten the worst end of the stick of the lottery since it's come back, right? So, because I also
Judd has improved the most out of everybody.
Yeah,
he's just taking your spot every year.
Yeah, and then the last time I got really fucked by the lottery was it was kind of like that weird timing where I'm like, okay, I traded Blair a pick, my first round pick for Lemieux, and anyway, there ended up being a lottery, and we said it was going to be the following season, so it ended up going into effect, and then he got the first pick. So I was like, well, that fucking sucks. I have no idea who he got out of the deal, but whatever. I mean, it wasn't like I did any better the next season, so I ended up getting a good pick again. But now it's like I'm kind of in that weird no man's land where it's like, I'm good enough to not get the best picks, but I'm also not bad enough to get the best picks. And so now the lottery kind of could help me, but it's also dependent on the draft, right? Like this year's draft was kind of a turd, but the next time like an Ovechkin level draft comes, it's like, oh, maybe I'll get a benefit then. So it kind of adds a little mystery and fun to it. So
I'm just looking at your roster. I'm going to put it up here. Actually, let me see if I can figure out how to share. You've got the 2 stud forwards, right? And then you've got 2 good D. So you're
actually, and Yandel's actually pretty good on D as well. I like the fast Ds the most, right? Because I don't know.
One of you guys check and see is are the sheets showing on the stream?
Yes. Yep. I can see them. Oh, on the stream. I don't know. I can pull it up though.
If you guys can see them on Zoom, then it should be, or on Zoom, then it should be okay.
Yeah.
So you got a good goalie. You got a good goalie, and you got a good backup, and you've got Tavares and Bergeron, and then some other wingers, and you've got Petrangelo and Weber locked in for 10 more years. Pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, look at their numbers right now. I mean, they're not like super awesome yet. I mean, Weber's got a shot, right? But that just depends on me being able to pass the fucking thing to him. But he's got a hammer. But in 2 or 3 seasons, both of those guys hit at their peaks at the same time, right? So then hopefully it all depends on what you believe. Like you guys. I mean, especially you, Bell, right? I think both of you guys have done really well, even with shitty lineups generally, right? Like for me,
it's harder though, man. It really matters.
I'm sure it's harder, but you have the skills, right, to outweigh sometimes, right? If it depends. Everybody's got a bottom, right? But the game well enough where you can like overcome some of your players. Whereas me, I'm just sitting there fucking mashing buttons every game and hoping one of them's a good pass to somebody or a good shot.
How long has it been since you had like a really good team? Like half the time in the league or long? Yeah, you like.
Oh, yeah. I think it depends on perspective, but I think I've probably had a pretty good team in different ways for. You said I've been in 11 seasons now.
I think so. It looked like the 5th season was maybe this is your 12th, I guess. 5th season was your first season.
Okay, I would say that maybe 5 seasons now I've had a team where there isn't any where you're just like I had good forwards, but I had shitty D, or I had good, like now I have good D and I have good forwards, but I focused on the forwards first. I always wanted to have one good D and then kind of one whatever I could get. Which is why I was willing to trade with GMDS to get Chemo, right? Because he was fast. And then, I got Heatley for a couple games. You got Sean, I think you got a benefit of somehow him being dropped while I was in a meeting. So, and I didn't care, whatever. I wasn't there's nobody else to drop, right?
Yeah, we were looking at that. Who should we drop? And it was like him or Hoshi. That was the
Yeah,
decision.
and Oshie actually is. GMDS has been after Oshie for like 3 seasons now, and I'm like, first off, he's from War Road, Minnesota, so I'm going to go ahead and keep him for a bit. He's also not that great, but he's a good fill-in, right? He's not great. Like some games, he's got like super fast speed, and then I'm like, oh, maybe he's worth dropping in. He's good because last season, Patrice Bergeron had to be one of the top injuries for the season. Like he's just glass jaw, and so so he was always somebody I played pretty regularly. And then now he might play even a little bit more, but David Krejci, who I still can't figure out how to play with. Some days he's got just he's got decent skills, period. But not like anybody I don't know that I would start him over anybody else, but I don't know. He'd be a guy I'd probably would be the next trade or drop, if I get a good pick or something like that.
Is Bergeron Glassjaw again this year?
This year, no. And since the new ROMs dropped, he's rarely getting injured. So I think he's faster now, and I think his agility is higher than it was the last year. Something like that. But for some reason, either way, either I'm better with him and I avoid the hits, or he's God, probably not avoiding all those hits. But so far, I played a lot of Xyz with the team, and yeah, he doesn't get injured. I mean, I think hasn't been injured yet for me this year.
Interesting. I wish I could see his stats from 2011, but I can't.
John,
I've got his stats on the screen, but
scroll over to Yoda's roster in like the active tab and look at 2015, how good that's going to be.
Fleury at 90.
Yeah.
Leonard still back up 70, 96 Tavares, 90 Oshie, 779 Krejci 86, Bergeron 98, Weber 98, Pietrangelo 92, Yandel 88.
That's gonna be nice. That's gonna be really
yeah.
nice.
I mean, there is like I try for something like that to happen, right? Like, I mean, I'm a business guy, right? But I'm not like a sports kind of person, right? Like, I mean, I love hockey. I watch hockey all the time, and I like other sports and shit, but I don't really know, like, I don't get into all like the granular details, everything. I'm like, listen, I want to just want to make sure I draft and pick players where I'm going to have a pretty decent opportunity every season, right? If I lose, it's probably because I'm not good, not that I don't have a good enough team, or I can't figure out how to make all their skills work together, right? Because there's just some games where if I'm in the right mindset, I can slow down a little bit and actually just see plays and opportunities unfolding. Other times I'm just like a fucking jackhammer. And, I'm constantly full steam ahead. It's full pressure on the forecheck. And usually what happens is I'm chasing and I move my goalie too late. Right. That's where, I mean, for anybody who wants to keep beating me as they always have, like, I should just turn my goalie on a little earlier and, that'd be good. But I think for some reason, I'm always like, oh, I can get this hit or I can get that poke. And, and I mean, there are games where I really do fine with that, which is why I'm like, well, it's still heavily weighted that I should not chase. Right. But if I slow my guy down and rather than chasing, I just kind of center him in front of the net and just kind of slowly and methodically trace the puck. I know how to do better. It's right. It's just putting it into actual practice. It's like anything, right? And then I just I'm a stubborn fucking weirdo who can't just go, dude, you've been burned by this like at least in 40,000 Xyz. Like all you got to do is just hit the button quicker.
I think Crab's the real expert at at like clogging the middle now, I've noticed. Like he's gotten so good at, he just doesn't give up like unnecessary opportunities. He doesn't chase. He just stays steady. He'll give up a few goals, but he's not going to like overextend. And he's tough to score on now. If he has a good goalie too, like
yeah. I mean, I played Blair last night actually. We played a few Xyz and then we played our season games. And Blair's goalie was really, really good. I didn't outshoot him by anything or any margin, but It was just I was getting my shots, I was getting my attempts, and his goalie was just always in a great spot. He wasn't spastic with them at all. Like I'm the opposite, right? I'm like I'm going for that big save because I'm always late, but if I just kind of did a little tap, I wouldn't get burned, right? I mean, but Blair was really, at least last night, he was under control of his goalie. Judd, I think, is a dark horse this year. Like Judd, not that I'm like all about the Minnesota guys, but they're playing both of them. Like Judd's always been tough for me. He's good at D, and but he's good at that one time or two. But I mean, like everybody to me is like they're all really good. You guys are all really good,
Well, I mean, let's look at the standings here quick of where we're at for the season. Because I mean, I noticed as well, like Minnesota Gophers is right up there, 8-4 after 12 games. Can you guys see that on there?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
This beauty. Also, this website is fucking awesome. Like Puss, I mean, kudos because it's
yeah,
amazing.
dude.
I was going
great.
through. You know what? The coolest thing this is my own like just getting into this right now. But you can check out the schedule, and then you go pick the team. Like let's go to Orange County. This is what I loved about it. It shows who you still have to play, but who you played, and it's an easy little click. Got your
Yeah.
stats there against them, how you did, your all-time record against them. Like, just it's so perfect for like this kind of thing,
Yeah, and it's funny because so with Blair and I play, he's an average number of XC with me. Pink takes the crown for sure. And then Judd we play for money because Judd's a fucking degenerate. So yeah, he's probably up a lot. Not a lot of money because he's also fucking cheap. So he's never wants to play for $5, which for me would turn my crank. But he's like, let's do this for $3. I'll give you a goal lead or whatever. And I'm like, I don't need your fucking charity, you drunk.
That's good stuff.
Yeah, but yeah, these games are all fun ones. Like, like I played pretty damn good against Puss, who I've historically, look at that number. I mean, I'm fucking terrible against Puss.
Yeah,
like he is.
I was amazed by this one. I saw this earlier today because you've beaten me more than once, and you're 1-25 against Puss.
Yeah,
dude.
He
scored 20 goals in 26 games.
Dude, he burns me on. I don't know what the play is called, but he fucking does that little pass like where my goalie gets caught on somebody around the net on the back, and he burns me on it every time. Even if I know it's coming, like that's my brain. Like all I need to, like if I was getting shocked every time he scored that goal, like I would be literally reprogrammed and rehabilitated by now. Because he scored that goal so many times. But game one here, I go out and I'm like, oh, cool, 5-4. Like it's pretty fucking awesome. I don't know what happened on 1-5. Richfield was the same thing. Like we played X's. I beat him the first game. And then we played 4 more X's before we played goal games, which is usually good for me because the more I play when I'm a little bit tired and I've seen the puck moving enough, I do better. But he comes out and scores 5 goals in the first period. And by the way, they were shit goals. I don't care what anybody else says. It was like Marc-Andre Fleury caught it and then it dropped in. Like the first 3 goals of the first period were those goals. But like and then I was like, I told him, I'm like, go ahead and score as many as you want. I dropped my controller because I'm a bitchy powder when it gets that bad. And I put the controller down. I'm like, go ahead and keep scoring, dude. Whatever you want, or submit the state. He goes, come on, man, play. So I come back in and I score 3 goals right away. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on? It's like an alternative reality here. And I scored 3 goals, just like hammered him out in the I don't know if it was the third or the second, but yeah. I don't know. It was just like, okay, maybe I was just pissed enough where I'm like, fucking Blair again. No idea.
Here it is.
There's
the game log if you can check all this.
Yeah, I mean, if I had a recording of the game, you'd see these goals. You'd be like, I was in place. Like it was just a fucking glubber that he dropped, and 3 of them, all 3 guaranteed. Even Blair would say that. I mean, luck. Don't call it luck, right? I mean, he shot the fucking puck and I missed it, but yeah, they were like not like quality goals, right? But they were goals, and so. But then yes, I don't know what did I do in the second? Yeah, 3 goals just right away. Yeah,
and
then
9-1 in the first, and then shots are 8-4 you in the second. Just flipped it.
Like it was just like the perfect timing. I wasn't really playing bad. even though the score would say I was, but yeah, the puss game was good first
Tell us
game, and
about this
then
new guy, man. I think you're the only guy to play DHG.
no. Somebody else did pulled the same thing. I think Autobahn lost to him, and he tied in overtime. I mean, we just didn't have any goals like in our second one. So
It's really
first
good.
game, he's new, and I'm like kind of teaching. Like I think it was very weird coming into this group because not because like people are mean, but because it's just not clear like what all these little things are. So I tried to do like, hey, don't worry, man. Like I'll put up a host. You can download the ROM, put it in your folder where the ROMs are. Like I'm good at the technical side because I helped people out with that whenever I can. And I'm a nerd like on the IT side. So, I usually will help people when they're not getting what they want. But so yeah, I'm like, oh, this guy is like literally brand new. Like he doesn't know anything, right? So I'm like, whatever. I went out, played the first game, and like, it wasn't like for me, like that's a big win, but it wasn't that like dramatically different, right? And then the second game we came out, and I don't know what the shots were on the second game.
Here it is. Here I can see it. It's even got a
Yes.
box score. Like this is
Oh, this
amazing.
is fucking amazing.
Yeah.
So
Look at this one. The team stats. This is so cool. Like what I really I don't know how the hell they do this, but it says expected goals, expected assists. I don't know what that means, but it looks
oh,
cool.
that is cool.
Damn, that's
It
cool.
So
looks like the site is somehow able to read our states and then determine when you had an expected goal chance.
Pass completion percentage. I haven't looked at all this. Does it have
that's
the type of
that's
attack and
very
stuff?
cool.
Yeah, it
Whatever
is.
they
It is
ate,
interesting.
whatever the robots have cooking for us here, it's pretty good.
Yeah, this is good stuff here.
There's your attack zone. So you out attacked, you outshot 12-10 in an overtime game. So that's really tight. 2 breakaway
Oh, it
attempts.
was tight. Yeah.
They both had 0 expected goals, so the robots were not that impressed. Your
Well, they're
attack
probably
zone
like you
is
didn't score any goals in the first 2 periods or whatever, and the defense has been. What were the checks like?
checks were 34 for you, 25 for him. Pretty
Okay,
even.
so we were both hitting.
And he was
Yeah,
passing a lot. Holy shit. So he made 31 passes completed, 44 attempts. That's
mhm.
extremely high. Like my games, I'm like 13 completed of 25 attempts, kind of.
Yeah. I mean, so it was just like night and day on his defense, right? And I couldn't. I mean, I thought I shot more than the 12, to be honest. I mean, I felt like I was shooting the whole game, but that's usually how it is. I'm like, what? Why am I not hitting it? For me, I know like when the game ends and I want to look at the stats, I'm like, I know I shot the puck shitty. That's why I want to check this just to verify, and then you come out and you're like, oh, how the fuck did I only shoot 3 times? Oh, maybe it didn't get through. Like 3 is a extreme number, but like I wonder,
The
like,
first game you played him, he made 17 completed pass out of 27. So
yeah,
that's almost like 2 different styles entirely. Like that's a
yeah.
game
Which,
over.
maybe that's just how the new guys are, right? Like, I always try different things, but now when I play in the league, I'm like, okay, I kind of know what I'm okay at and what I'm terrible at. But like, what was the Autobahn game like? We should look at the Autobahn game because I think Auto lost one game.
Oh, I
Either it
gotta
was a
go.
loss, but I think
Well,
Autobahn
are you
lost.
talking about today? Because he lost to Don Don twice. I'm looking at it
No,
now.
I thought it was yesterday.
Maybe
Let
that's a
me
different one.
sorry, I shut off my shit.
Because I was like, he the whatever happened, I think at least he played him almost exactly the same like me.
Autobahn has not played. I think he's only played 2 games.
Oh, he only played me.
I'm
Oh,
pretty sure about that. Yeah,
Autobahn lost to Don Don today. Yeah, it's probably it's a
oh,
similar color scheme, so maybe he thought it was that one.
here's
But
here's the Autobahn games. He has not played in, but yeah, he lost. He got swept today by Don Don.
wow,
that must. Oh my gosh, that's weird because I thought he had a tie in
Jogger
the.
with the winner.
Let me just find this
Interesting.
the new guy, Devil Hill Goblins. Yeah, he only
Hmm.
played 2 games.
Oh, maybe it's the purple or something. I don't know, but yeah, no, I thought because I was like, oh, somebody else got a tie with him. I'm like, that's crazy, but yeah, man, it was like, yeah, I mean, maybe the offense isn't there yet, but he's a brand new team. I don't know his background, right? Like, there's guys that come in and out of this league that maybe have played before and you don't really know them much. They played a season or something. But yeah,
No, he's completely brand new to us, like to the game.
Dude, he probably has a super high ceiling then because, not like, I mean, he's playing me, right? But I mean, I played hard as hell in that last game, and it was like I couldn't get anything done. So, because I'm like, whenever you kind of, you get that little mindset when there's a new guy, and you're like, okay, you don't, hey, hey, you could be embarrassed by a new guy, or they could be actually good, so you got to prepare yourself, right? So I go out and I'm like, oh, first game went well. I'm like, okay, there were a period of time in that first game where I was like, okay, I'm not going to keep shooting. I couldn't miss a pass. That was like one game where I was just magically good at passing. Because I'm not normally, but either that they were just open or my eyes were right. But the second game, I went into it. I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna be cool because I don't want to fucking hammer. I'm not going for. I don't care about the goal count and all that shit, So I'm just like, okay, I'm not gonna be a dick if I want to win, but I'm not gonna score 10 goals on a guy. And I come out and I can't even get a fucking goal on him. So it was. Yeah, I mean,
Good. I
these
hope he's
guys when they
competitive. That's good. I want him
yeah.
to be like, yeah, I want him to be like decent. And I mean, if Don
Well,
Don's getting a couple wins now too, like the league's in a good spot, I think, with 28
it,
teams.
yeah, the more guys in the bottom, I think the more guys in the bottom will create more guys in the middle, right? At some point.
Yeah.
And so for me, it's like I don't mind losing actually. I mind losing by just like fucking terrible numbers. But if I lose by a goal to somebody I know is good, or if I lose to a new guy by one goal, I'm like, okay, cool. We're like in the same realm. If it's somebody who's really, really good, I'm like, okay, I did all right against them. It's more about when you get into those 5 goal losses or 4 goal losses when you played your ass off.
Yeah.
That kind of you get to you a little bit, but
Those are the ones I think. I remember Golfer Gibb always like he would just message me like I think Richfield actually beat him like 10-0 or something one game, and he was just like so checked out after that. Like it's
yeah,
the
and that fucking
blowouts,
guy,
man. Like the
like,
the low scoring ones are fine. Like I don't know. They're
yeah, that dude would fucking beat me mercilessly.
fine.
But when I played Sean, maybe in the same season, I somehow got a win one time or whatever it was. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Like that's like the bipolarness of my player. And I'm like, or my play at least. And I'm like, okay, what am I doing right in the good games? And what am I doing wrong? Because I feel like I'm doing the same thing every single game.
Mm.
And but that's, I mean, for me, that's like the mystery, the fun, right? I'm like, okay, I'm gonna be better at this. I don't ever expect to win the league ever. Like I got realistic expectations, but I'm like, if I can just keep, going up, like, that's good for me.
Are you
It's
happy
just
with the
fun.
shitty? Are you happy with the shitty bill being back?
I didn't have an opinion either way. Like, it was fine. I got a win in it. And then I somehow randomly got a guy who got a buy, and it was Kerr was somebody who lost in the playoffs. And so then I got Krav, I think, or maybe it was Judd. I don't know, Krav or Judd. And I'm like, fuck, I got Krav, which is like Krav is one of those guys that like, I think there's guys who are, there's ones who like, for example, I would always get killed by Ticklepuss. Like, doesn't matter how good my team is, how bad his team is, he can kill me. But then there's other good guys where like, oh, maybe half the time I do all right. And so for Krav, I think generally I probably have a terrible losing record against Krav. He's just always his style of play is like, probably my kryptonite or whatever, like guys who are just super finesse or whatever.
Well, the cool thing is we can find out what your record is all time.
Yeah.
There he is. There's your
Wait,
record.
so what's my best? Who's my
Well,
best
here's
opponent?
Betty Ford first. 2 wins, 9 losses, 1 tie.
Yeah.
12 games. You've only scored 14 goals. Yeah, you've been crushed by him.
Inglewood, you're 12-2.
Yeah, the Ingle, because it was a different guy before, right? Like now it was Don Don, right?
No, it's always been
So,
Don Don, I think. Yeah.
Always done that.
Don Don always owned. No. There was somebody else before Don Don who was Inglewood, right?
No, Don 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 created Inglewood.
Oh no shit. Okay. God, I thought it was somebody else because I thought or somebody didn't have the name Inglewood before Don Don.
No,
Ever?
Don Don's first.
For real? Oh,
Yeah.
well then, yeah, I guess I'm doing all right against Don Don then. I thought Inglewood was owned by somebody else, and then Don Don came in and took over the team and then rebuilt it, but kept the because Don Don still the Monsters?
Yep.
Oh,
Yeah, this
well
this is
then.
all against Don Don. This record here, 12-2-0-1 against Don Don would be all against him.
Okay.
Plus
Okay,
25.
so
That's
so
really good.
so I'm best against Don Don.
And
Carolina, is that including Carolina before they were Carolina and there was something else?
this would be I don't know that actually. That could maybe not because he was K Vegas for a long time. Although
No,
K
no. Oh,
Vegas.
okay. Okay.
Anyway, those would be your
Yeah,
best
yeah.
ones, basically though. And then Rockford you swept last year.
Yeah, that's only 2 games, though. He was brand new.
Small sample size. Anyway,
Yeah.
there you go.
Who
Well,
am I worst against there?
oh, that's a good one. Hang on, I better share again. That's a real. I saw you hadn't beaten Highland yet. Not that we want
Oh
to
yeah. Yeah,
boost
Wolf.
Highland's ego anymore.
Yeah, he's a grumpy guy sometimes, so we don't want to boost his ego.
Here it is. This
So
is
stick
oh holy fuck, Autobahn. You're 116-1. Oh,
he
6-0.
always fucking kills me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Autobahns, there's Hamilton. That's
Pretty
like
good
that's
against
better.
Baytown. Hamilton's not good. Highland you haven't beat yet. Gophers you're doing pretty good against. Mary Hill
Yeah.
you're 16.
Yeah, so yeah, Red and I just have the
Holy shit!
worst.
Look at this one. Providence 0-21.
Down B.
Yeah, the fucking down bees, dude. Yeah, that's okay. That's true. I've never beat these fuckers in a league game. So yeah, Red and I, like, I kind of, I'm almost at a point with Red where I'm like, dude, let's just simulate these games. And I like, and I've never been a hammer on the whole like, the connection thing. I'm just kind of like, well, whatever. I'm just gonna play him. I know he's good, so it's like whatever. But yeah, we had probably like 3 good seasons where I don't know if you can't pull it up, and this is way too deep in the analytics, but I bet the 3 good seasons we had, I actually had a better record against them than the ones where I know the connection has been bad. Like, and it's super weird. Like, it doesn't matter if I host or if he hosts, but there was probably 2 seasons, 100% in a row that were perfect, like somehow just magic. And then every other season's been really jumpy on my side. But I'm like, at the end of the day, I'm like, okay, Red's like killing everybody. I'm not gonna fucking make a big deal out of it. He was gonna beat me, whether it's by 5 goals or by 2, whatever, you know. Uh
Yeah. So
so
this year,
yeah.
man, you got to get wins against Providence, South Hills, Highland.
Yeah,
Those are
Maryland
the
Mike has been a fucking asshole to play against. He's a super nice guy too, but yeah, I suck really bad
he
against
doesn't
him.
let up. Yeah, he's pretty relentless. He beat me in
Yeah,
auto league. Like I think he scored 10, and I was just like I'd given up, and I'm like fuck this. I was getting
it's
so.
it, it's funny because I lost to Sunnyvale, and like I've only won 1 game against him in the regular season, but I beat him in the shitty bill. So that's interesting too, right? Like it's just like, okay, whatever anybody's stress levels were at work that day,
Yeah,
like
and that matters a lot. Playing a
oh,
Friday
it
night
does.
for me, like I'm wiped on Fridays, and then I often I'll just come and play because it's something to do, and I always end up losing those nights because I'm just exhausted.
Well, that's one change I'm making is like, okay, there are days where I play 2 games and I'm like, I know I don't have it. Like, there's just no way I'm playing good tonight. Now I'm like, I recognize it after 2 games. I'm gonna shut it down. Other years, I'd have been like, keep playing, fuck this shit. There, whatever.
That's
I'm
the
gonna win.
ultra right there, man. The ultra night
Yeah,
where
yeah. I don't
goes
give a shit.
0
I'll
for
fucking keep
10
playing. I don't even care about this stuff. Yeah.
Then you wake up in the morning, you're like, oh fuck, I'm out of the playoffs now. I just went 13.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like, then I turn the clock to, well, at least I got a higher percentage of getting that first draft pick.
Well, do we move on to the roster draft?
Do the draft, yeah.
You guys
Yeah, let's
ready?
do it. Yeah, let's do
I'm
it.
gonna have to put up the
Hey, by the way, you guys can tell me to shut up. Like, I've had a few beers because my job is out of fucking control right now. So if I'm talking too much, you guys just say, Yoda, shut the fuck up, or Ryan, shut the fuck up. You talk too much. I know this about me.
You keep rolling.
Sure.
We're gonna do the draft. We want to make sure we take a little time to talk about these teams, so we won't go too quickly. Later on in the draft, we might start speeding it up when we get to the teams that are a little bit more pathetic. But let me just lay out the criteria for the draft. It's only 2012 this season for season 17. We're just looking at the teams that you would want to play with right now to win a championship this year. So the future doesn't matter. Draft picks don't matter. All that stuff doesn't matter. We're just looking at who has the best team or the teams we'd like right now. We obviously might have different perspectives on what we like on a roster, so that'll come into play. But we'll go through it as a snake draft, and we'll kind of figure out if our picks make sense or whatever. We'll discuss them. But first pick, we'll hand it over to Mr. Yoda.
So share the active tab, Sean.
Oh,
so we
yeah,
look at
yeah,
the teams.
Here we go.
All right. So for 2012,
There's a few good options there.
now I'm going to do my math, but
I assume you're going to choose between two teams, but maybe I'm wrong.
Two
Let's see if
teams? You have two teams in your top tier, you think, Sean?
I think so. What do you guys think? And how many teams are in the?
I probably
the
got
number?
three. I probably have three in my top tier. Yeah.
all right. So yeah, I mean, I think for me, from just the team, not the player, right? Like not the manager who's playing the game.
Not the manager. We're talking just the pixelated guys. Who would you like to play with? What roster for this season?
Okay, I would say for me, I'm still going Pink, even though I'd pick him to
Whoa!
do a lot.
Wow!
That front line of his is on another level. Like right here, it doesn't look like it. Okay, I'm biased because I fucking play 30 XCs with Pink every week, right? So, but I'm biased because of the numbers beyond just the starting point, right? The starting point numbers don't look great, like aren't 100%, but the aspects of the player, like the ratings, like they're pretty fucking good, man. Like
6-shot accuracy, 5-shot power. Holy,
you know what,
yeah.
man? Like honestly, after playing the Sedins and then the finals,
yeah,
like, this shot accuracy thing is something because he was scoring goals that like my goalie was standing right there. Like I don't understand how they were going in. So I'm not surprised to see that he's got 6-shot accuracy, and I bet the Sedins are the same. Like they were awesome.
Yeah, I mean,
I put Pink number 2 on my list. I don't think that's a crazy pick at all. Like his.
Oh, you had him in your top tier as well.
Oh yeah, he was an argument to be number 1 for sure. His roster is unbelievable. Like
interesting. Yeah, so there's the forwards up on the screen right now. The Sedins are amazing. Like these stats are
like everything is good. Like I mean, having played a lot of XCs against Pink, and I'm not like trying to give his secrets away. Like he's obviously, where he is.
He's the champ. He can give any of his secrets away. He should be taught.
No, I mean he's just fucking good, man. And like his guys, like there's no shitty aspect of any of his front line at all. Like nothing. Like they're good. So I mean it's super biased because I've played more games against him than probably anybody in the entire 11 seasons I played. But
let me give you the counter argument, and I think it's based only on one thing, and that's just at least he's got one good D now, Cronwall, but his second D is garbage, and some of these teams have some amazing defensemen.
I mean, what are his peripherals? Alec Martinez. Yeah, that's his second right D. Ennis is clearly like very good as your third forward.
Ennis is good. I'm surprised.
5-shot power.
The 2 weight though is interesting. I don't know how that plays. So Alec Martinez is good actually. Yeah, look at that.
He's good, right? He's got all the stats you want.
Yeah, he's really good actually. He's really good.
I mean, I think this team this team is really stacked. What's his goalie yet?
77.
Is his goalie? Who is his goalie?
Ryan Miller,
Ryan Miller.
Yeah.
And then he's got Crawford.
Then next season he's got Crawford,
All right. Well, that's man. I didn't have him at anywhere near my my top tier, but I was wrong.
It's kind of like it's a sleeper based on the numbers, but like I don't know, like just I guess I probably violated the rules a little bit here just by
Well,
like
I don't think
names and
so
like
though.
numbers.
Like are the
Yeah, you had
Sedin,
it. Yeah, you had him top 2. So
is Daniel Sedin the highest rated player in the league right now? Like he's
Yeah,
99.
he is. He
Henrik's
is the highest,
96.
and they're perfect. Like everything is amazing. Like
yeah,
there's the stats on the screen, like 5 speed, 5 agility, 6 offensive awareness, 5
5
shot
shot
power,
power.
5 shot accuracy, 15 stick in, like all this, all the stats you want. They're the best.
yeah, yeah. I mean,
So
it's
I can
just
see it. Like if you were literally like, I got to pick a roster to play with this whole season, this is a pretty good
This
choice.
honestly
Yeah.
probably would be mine. Yeah, I think
Are there anybody giving comments in the chat room right now? Because like they're probably like either lighting us up
One of you guys has
or
checked
lighting
it.
me up. I'm sorry, lighting me up.
I can't do that without taking off the sheets. It's all on one. But Nate, you could probably check this.
yeah, I'll
Yeah,
try to
I
check
can do
it.
it. I can do it too. I got my Twitch up on the other
Well,
side.
there's
So.
number 1 pick. So that's a good pick. So Sumter first. Nate, you get pick number 2.
I'll go with Betty Ford. That was my one I had down. So,
Okay. Yeah, that was one of the 2 I figured he was choosing
but
between.
I think it's a good argument between these two. Like Betty's got so we got Crosby at 90, far worse than Daniel. Well, a little bit worse than Daniel.
Hang on, let's see about that. I thought Crosby was like, for all the things you care about, as good.
Oh, I would imagine. I mean,
5 shot powers, 13 stick handling instead of 15, 1
so
shot
what's the
accuracy
difference
left.
in these two?
So
What's
very slight difference in favor of Daniel Sedin. He's got
yeah,
the
so
higher stick
they're
handling.
basically he's the equivalent of Daniel Sedin, basically.
Yeah,
The second forward is Sagan, who's a 78, as opposed to the 96 of Henrik.
huge difference. Huge.
So
Pretty huge
actually, so Sean, the Sumter Trash manager, they call him Jimmy slash the Pink Elephants. He said all that information is in his spreadsheet he sent to you.
Yeah, I know, man. I opened the
It's
spreadsheet. I was
it's
honestly
probably
like,
it's probably fake. He probably made it up just to make the Sumter Trash look better. To be honest.
it's not. It's the spreadsheet is awesome. It's just that I'm kind of incompetent with Excel, and I'm like, it just makes my head spin. I'm just used to this.
yeah. I mean, for this drill that we're doing right now, the overalls are better.
So Sagan is not as good as Henrik. Okay, fair point.
Like
What do you
quite a
got
bit
for your
worse, I would
third?
say, as
Quite a
number
bit
two.
worse. Yeah, Henrik's amazing. Henrik's like another Crosby.
And then you've got Tyler Ennis versus what, Rick Nash or Henrique, which is pretty comparable, but seeing
Ennis would
stats,
be
like,
good.
he's a bit better.
Yeah.
Goalies 80, like Crab has the bit of an advantage here, and Crab has the defense advantage.
It's the defense, right? It's
Massive
that's really the
defense
question here. Would
advantage.
you rather play with the defense of Chara and Letang, or would you rather have the second Sedin?
I think I would probably choose Pink's team more. I had I had Crab number 1 on my list, but looking at this, I think I would actually choose the Sedins.
Yeah, I would do for that part, for the front line, for sure. Yeah, no doubt.
Right. So
As I'm looking at this, I would think, to me it's Betty Ford for sure for me, because I would want
Really?
to play Letang. That fast D I love. I haven't had that for a long time. A fast, really good D, my favorite. Like I had Ozelinch for all those years, and it was super fun. Playing from the D and like going up with the D. So I would take Betty Ford, and I rated D pretty highly in this exercise, I think. But I agree. Sumter's an excellent argument. Okay,
I had Betty Ford as my second pick too. So I mean, it's like you're not losing either on these for sure.
I'm gonna take in pick number 3, Inglewood.
yeah, that was my third as well. Yeah.
I had Betty Ford and Inglewood kind of top 2.
I had Inglewood as my third as well.
Yeah, I mean these D, Carlson and Doughty, that's amazing. And then his forwards are really good. Kane's amazing. Solani's got Yager still, Datsuk. So yeah, he's got a great team.
I mean, he's playing Yager at a 68 this year. Like this is the year he dropped off. He's playing him ahead of Datsuk, which is kind of interesting, but he just scored the game-winning goal I see in the box scores. So I don't know what Yager's stats are right now, but
I'm just pulling him up here with Datsuk beside him. He's also got Solani as a second forward, right? So Datsuk 4 speed, 5 agility.
Yeah, maybe he wants the weight.
Yeah, 3 agility. He's not moving anywhere, but if you can't knock him over. I would use Datsuk out of these two, but it's just me. Anyway, I like that team. I think they're really good. So
Yeah.
then
You're great.
let's just go back to the top. So we're going back to you, Yoda.
All right. So for the 4th pick, right?
4th pick. So Inglewood, Betty Ford, and Sumter are off the board.
All right. For me, I am going to go with the Minnesota Gophers.
Good pick.
Yeah, that was also my
Surprisingly
4.
big pick.
Yeah.
I had them as 3, and man, I was surprised. Anyway, give us the argument for why you're picking them.
I think they just like their whole team, like anybody they're going to start is over 80, and they're all like good players. They're balanced. I think if you were to go in and look at like the stats of the players, I think they're all like they're not shitty at anything. So and not that we're judging Gopher's style of play or anything like that, but I mean, I think his players are going to do are good at what they do. I think, yeah, that's the way I'm going.
Yeah, I don't. There's no argument for me. I really like this team. PK Subban is really awesome.
6 agility. I didn't realize that. If
6
only
shot.
his shot accuracy. He's got the 6 shot power 2 accuracy. He's like Al McInnes in the OG game.
Yeah, he's like that the whole year. Shot accuracy is really low.
Just saying.
Getzlaff is pretty good, but he's not as good as you'd hope. But his overalls are pretty nice.
Yeah,
That's actually the reason why I got rid of him to the Goldies. Because like Getzlaff was like good for a few, and then he kind of he's fine for everything else.
Yeah. 3 more years, 3 more pretty elite years, and then he drops off a bit.
Yeah.
Depending what you care about, because the shot power and accuracy, well, the accuracy goes down too. So yeah, I agree. Anyway, good choice with your 2nd pick. Back to you, Nathan, for a 2nd pick of round 2.
Yeah, I'll go with Maddie's team. It's not as stacked this year, but I still have him number 5. Mainly because of Malkin. I think Malkin's 96. Got Brent Burns.
Man, he's gonna have a great next 7 years.
Yeah. After this year, his team is stacked, but this roster, like for Matty to be 5th is kind of shocking, actually. For like we've always thought his roster's been the best, so there is a drop off. Like Ovechkin's the 7th.
That's a big drop. Yeah, I was kind of surprised when I'm looking at him now, and I'm kind of like, oh, actually, I mean, obviously he's got all these guys he's had them for 3 years, right? So they're going through the early stage shit, but yeah, I mean, even like what's Ovechkin?
Ovechkin's 76 overall. So
76.
Yeah.
Blake Wheeler 71 is not that great. For this year, it's just not that good.
Next
right?
year he's going to be great, but or his team will be set up. But this year, yeah, they all have their like shittiest years.
Yeah. So he still has the goalie 88. He's got Brent Burns. His 2nd D is really weak, and his 3rd forward is nothing special. So I don't know. I had him 5. I don't know. Where did you guys have Maddie?
I had him in the next tier, honestly, down. After I had some teams in this tier that
I didn't really. Yeah, I had him later.
I can see that.
I mean, you think if he at one point he would have had Steven Stamkos on this roster.
No, wasn't oh yeah, he traded. So him and Don also could have. They both
had a yeah. 2 people had to trade to get away from Stamkos.
I mean, like his names are attractive, right? Like you look at his names and you're like, that's a fucking team right there. But if you're just going based on stats, like maybe, I mean, I don't know, his goalie's good. His Malkin really is the star. Everybody else is in the 70s. So
yeah, like it's still a good team, but it's not what you think of a Matty team, really. Like it's not incredible. So
did he trade good players like recently, like or trade away something?
Yeah,
well, I'm actually surprised.
He had the 1st overall pick that year, right? He traded it to Puss for a defenseman who was actually pretty good. I can't remember his name.
Brian Campbell, that one?
Brian Campbell, yeah. And he was like fast, like 5 speed. And Matty also had Ovechkin and Malkin already. He had Burns. So it kind of made some sense. But then it ended up being 1st overall. Picked Steven Stamkos with that same pick. So that hurt. And then he traded Brian Campbell for John Carlson last year or 2 years ago. So he just by little moves, kind of made his team a little bit worse.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering because like I'm thinking of like Maddie's timeline versus mine, right? Like I'm a slow ass burn, right? No matter what. Like
Oh, but
so
you,
I'm
one more thing though, just to be fair to Maddie, he also hasn't had all the drafts because he didn't play
that's
all.
true. That's
Right.
true. Okay, yeah,
And
that's
last
true.
year he didn't finish, so he dropped to the end of the first round too, right? Because he didn't have
Yeah,
Yeah.
he had like pick 11 this year instead
he
of
missed
pick.
2 or 3 drafts, I think. So yeah.
Right.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, that knowing that I forgot, because he's had some personal shit and like family stuff he's been dealing with. So
Right.
yeah,
And
I guess
if he added 3 more top 5 picks on this roster, this would be
Yeah,
different.
yeah.
yeah, it'd be cool because like you look out at 2015, 16, 25. Yeah, as long as he gets a defense in, like 26, 15,
Yeah.
and 16 are
Yeah.
going to be awesome.
Yeah. His
Yeah,
team's loaded.
he's good. Anyway, solid pick here.
Yeah,
A little higher than I
yeah.
would have picked, but I mean, it'd be fun to play with Malkin for sure. My final pick of round 2, I'm going to take the Knights.
Oh, okay.
So North Bay Knights, he's got Jonathan Quick at 87 in goal. He's got Giroux's 85. He's got McCulloch at 80 and Eberle at 79, and then he's just got solid D. So I just think this is like a pretty solid team.
Yeah, McCall, if you look at his stats, are like really, really good for this year too. He's kind of like one of those like hidden stars, 6 shot accuracy. I want to say one of those guys.
And then he's got Logan Couture on the bench, who is another 4 speed, 5 agility guy, and those guys are usually better than their overall stats. So he's probably pretty good, or at least on some nights. Anyway, just got a lot of options.
So that's
So
the
yeah,
6th pick. I had him 9th in my board here, but yeah, his team's really good.
unfortunately I
Yeah,
left my board, so I'm kind of just throwing darts.
yeah. I actually had North Bay as my next team at fifth. Right, that's fifth. So
Yeah,
uh,
so we're back up to you there, Yoda, for pick number 7 in the draft, round 3.
all right. So for me,
So
let's see.
hang on, I want
Already,
to see if there's a pattern here. Who do you have so far? So you picked Sumter off the bat. Who's your second pick?
my second pick was Krav.
That's right.
My
So you got Betty Ford and Sumter.
Yep.
Or
So this is
you didn't get Betty Ford. Who did you pick in the second round?
Oh, Minnesota.
Oh,
Minnesota, yeah.
I picked Minnesota. Yeah, sorry, Minnesota. I said, yeah. I said because they were off the board, so I had Minnesota. I can't pick Krav now, right? Because it's got to go when whoever's left.
Christ, long gone. I gotta write all these down. I gotta know who we're picking here.
Yeah. So we got Inglewood off the board. I might take Baytown here.
Yeah, good choice.
Yeah, that's a good pick. Yeah.
Yeah, I think I'd take Baytown. They got a good balance, at least the people they're going to start. I mean, their defense kind of is weak-ish, but Hedman's got a year. He's all right, but I don't know. I kind of look at it like 70s and 80s is like good enough.
Yeah, he's got the goalie, 91 goalie.
Yeah, I think that's probably the best goalie. Is that the best goalie in the league for the year?
Might be, eh? I don't know.
No, Lundqvist is better. That's on.
Oh,
I
okay.
mean, that's literally the hero element of Highland's team. With Lundqvist, yeah. Otherwise,
Schneider's second.
yeah, I think he's second. Yeah, he's second. Must be second.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
he's really
yeah,
good. I had them the seventh team on mine. That's a good roster, I think. Taves, Betsa.
yeah.
Yeah. And their D like they look weak, but Mike Green is awesome. He's 5 speed, 5 agility like his whole career. I've been trying to trade for that guy for like 10 seasons. It's impossible. Okay, Nate, you're up. We got
I'll go Orange County for this one. They were my six team, comparable to Baytown, I think.
Orange County was sitting around for a while. I thought I was going to take them last time too.
So you still got Bergeron.
Yeah, it is
Yeah,
kind of like a
what's
down.
your starting lineup? Take us through your starting lineup. Who you got?
I have been flipping him through X's and the first. I think I played 6 season games now. Usually I'm going Tavares at left. I'm going Bergeron at right, and then whoever kind of stands out for that game, I go at center. Occasionally, I'll flip in Bergeron at center. Like I wish I knew which one is going to pan out to be the better one. But right now, and then I usually do Petrangelo. I flip them. I forgot to send the positions to Ultra Magnus, so I usually do Petrangelo at the left and Weber at the right. I don't know. For some reason, I kind of like keeping people on the side with their hands, like the opposite. Opposite sometimes is good, but usually I just keep them there. But yeah,
let me ask you something. You said something that's really surprising to me. Why would you not always put your best player at center?
because I think of the guys at the right and the left who have to get good passes off to be the good, like I need a good passer to get it to the guy in the center. And I think actually, from what I can tell, like it's a toss up, but I think if I look that Tavares and Bergeron are probably the better passers. But I'm not sure. Like I've literally probably tested every route on this. I've even thrown Yandel in for a few games because he's got a couple like redeeming qualities where like if he's on the upswing for a game or if he's hot, I use him. But yeah, so I'm like so far I've not had a consistent lineup, but like I'm kind of leaning back towards last year's where I would do Tavares, Bergeron, and Semin at center. But Semin is just some games he's slow as shit, and some games he's all right. So anybody, his pat. Yeah, I don't know
what's shot accuracy, for Bergeron. That's what's not great for.
I'm kind of impressed by Tavares actually, Like Tavares, his stats are solid across everything important.
Yeah, it's just weird because like Tavares is surprisingly my only lefty on the front end. So I kind of like to keep him at the left because he's good, but I'm better from the right. Not that I'm like giving any secrets away here, but I'm better from the right wing. And if Tavares is a righty, he'd be in the right spot all the time. But because it's like what's going to work best is like some of my guys, whoever I got with a good shot accuracy, I like them doing the backhand in case I get hammered on the cross through the crease or whatever. I can at least I can either get a backhand off.
Yeah.
He is just like I just can't figure out how to play him very well. Yeah, so it's really that's why I think my and looking at my I haven't even looked at my like overall team, but looking at it now, I'm like, okay, it's not a shocker that I'm not feeling as great as I was at the end of last season because I'm pretty sure my starting five were better last year. So this might be kind of a year
worse actually this year, right? Like you're missing that Semin who was like what 96 or something last year. Like wasn't
he was good. He's got this just turd for this year, and then he's not. I tried to put him up for trade for somebody. Because like the year after, I think I got plenty of guys to cover the center who are good. But yeah, I don't know. Again, that's my philosophy. There's no real like I have a way of thinking about it, but I don't know if it's the right way or not. I kind of get caught up on like agility and speed more than shot accuracy and all that stuff because like my goals while I'm learning how to play the game still is like more on like I get a good turnover, I get a good check. Like on my forecheck, I think is when it works, and I get good offensive opportunities on it. But that's at least what I think. I have no idea if it's real or not, but that's kind of what I go for. And these guys, because they're slow, I don't get like a Semin. Semin was great last year at getting a pick either from the goalie or a pick from an outlet pass or something. So, I don't know. I don't think we can get into that granular of analytics or not, but just somehow there's a feeling of that. And now this year I'm like, oh my God, somebody is lagging. I think it's Semin.
Yeah.
Next year you'll be back to having Tavares at 90 and Bergeron 87.
Yeah, Tavares is like if he's a lefty, so like I always I wish I was better on the left-hand side, but I'm a righty.
I totally see why you're saying you want to trade Krejci, though. You don't need him at all.
Yeah, I don't really need him. Like even times where he's like got a better overall score, like there's just no reason to put him in over Semin most games unless he is like 10 to 15 points higher in speed, which happens like every other game at this point. So
it'd be nice if you could flip him for a lefty.
Yeah, be good. I mean, just anybody who's a little more consistent. Because Stemmen, one game he'll be like, oh, he's a no-brainer, put him in at center. And then other games you're like, oh shit, I should put an Oshi right to start, which I never did last year.
Nathan,
So, but
let me ask you, like, do you put your best forward or like your fastest whatever forward at center or in the wing?
I kind of stopped now. Yeah, last year I had Taylor Hall or Duchesne or whatever at center, and I couldn't score. I think like the speed. I think yeah, like I'm learning more and more. I'd rather have a slower guy with good shot accuracy at center. So that's kind of been my new strategy. Even playing in the March Madness tourney, like I had Lindros, and I was like, man, it was so nice having that like trailer in the slots that my guy, I just like I liked the slow guy with accuracy. It was nice to play
That's
with.
really interesting you say that because that's the it's that All Stars East team is awesome and it's the
Yeah,
Lindros lines that I'm
I
killing.
know, I know. Yeah.
Surprising. Like I did
well,
not think I would like that guy.
see, I like the West better in the All Stars. Like I had the East for my second game, and I don't know who I played. I lost. But the first game I had the West, and it was just like skating circles around another team because they seemed slower.
Oh,
Um,
the West is way faster. Like you got all those
yeah.
fast
So for
Fedorov,
me,
Bure,
I'm so used to the speed stuff, right? Speed, agility. Like I kind of look at like, okay, then I look at stick handling, right? Because then can they do things and move around with the puck? And I don't know if that's the right way because there's things I still don't know how people do in this game, right? Like little like perfect little flipper dumps versus like a slap shot dump to the end of the day, which is just an icing. So but yeah, like for me, the slower players are harder for me to adjust to. That's why I'm having such a little time with the center because I can normally click over and get something out of the center.
Hmm.
So maybe I have to actually think about switching my faster guys to center, even though I prefer not to.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah, no, it's interesting.
what are you thinking with that,
I
Jim?
usually do my faster guys. I like to have a fast guy at center for the defensive side of it.
Yeah, yeah.
But
That's
that's
true.
what I'm saying. I was really surprised that I was trying to set some lines on that East because I played with the East a few times, and every time I played with them, my best lines were with Lindros at center.
Lindros is so good. He's so good.
He's so
He's so far behind the play. He just like cruises up for a perfect one timer. And Yager was similar when I had him too. Like I honestly think there's something to this slower, maybe for my style. Like all these years I played with Korea, I've got all these fast guys now, and I'm just like, man, I don't know. It doesn't feel
See, I'm the opposite. Like for me, the teams
yeah,
I don't like playing in like the pure league, right, are Toronto. Like I don't like playing with Toronto, even though I know Gilmore's great and like he can get great shots. But like they're also like slow or average slow. Wendell Clark is slow, I
yeah,
think.
yeah.
Like they all have the attributes, but I'm not like I got to learn how to play with those attributes, right? Because like the teams like even Washington, which would not be anybody's top pick, like when you put Bondra and Juno on the wings, like, and then I always go the Russians at the center because that's my thing. Kristich at the center, like he's not super fast, but those other guys can pass and they're fast. So I'm like, okay, I need a trailer, but like I
Yeah.
want a team. The rest of the team has to like, and even Philly, I hate playing with Philly because like Brindamore's slow,
Yeah.
Lindros
They're
is
brutal.
slow.
They're
Like I'm so
brutal.
used to playing with fast guys, like it's really hard for me. When I know though, I eventually get used to it. Then I'm fine. But I mean, I don't know. I got Hartford this year, so it's going to be awful in the pier for me.
It's rough.
All right, we're up to my pick at the end of round 3. So Orange County's now off the board. Just a quick recap. So we had Sumter, Betty Ford, and Inglewood in round 1. We had Minnesota, Carolina, and North Bay in round 2. Baytown, Orange County, and I'm going to take the Taipei Typhoons here on this one.
Hmm.
That's our round 3 pick. And I got to tell you, I was very surprised by this. I did not expect your team to be good. I added
Yeah,
up the
either.
overalls of the starting 5 and the goalie, and Taipei was like 4th or 5th. So shockingly, but you've got these defense that are just amazing. Like who would have thought Lubomir Wisnowski would ever be like
This
one of
is
the
the
best?
one year I've been hanging on to this guy for like 8 years, and he's finally good. 89. The
I mean, it's
captain, yeah.
unbelievable.
He's awesome. He's a stud this year. He's so
5
good.
speed, 4
Yeah.
agility, 5 offensive awareness, 6 defensive awareness, 4 shot power, 5 shot accuracy, 12 stick handling, 4 pass.
Look
Like
at
he's
his
like
next.
perfect
Look at his
player.
next year. He just packs on some lbs, 12 weight, and he can't do anything. 2 speed.
The change in weight. I remember we talked about this, Sutton and I, when you were gone, Nathan. I was saying, like, I don't understand how the players flip hands, like, because it's a coding choice, like, to change 0 to 1 in that column, and I don't understand why it wouldn't be just copied and pasted.
Yeah, yeah.
But a lot of the guys in the recent draft they flip every couple of years. They flip from right to left, and that's the same kind of thing with this weight. Like, why the fuck would it be changed from 6 to 12 if
Bulking
you're
season
like
23.
you're manually
I mean,
doing
that you got to double your weight.
Yeah,
It's
just doubles his
amazing.
weight. Goes at least it makes sense though. He goes down to 2 speed. Like he's just a big boy here. Checking goes up a bit. Yeah, like at least that kind of it adds
I
up.
mean, it's like fucking Phil Kessler level weight one year, and it's like Timo
Yeah,
Solani the year before, right, or whatever.
exactly. I mean, yeah. So my team, because I traded for Enstrom thinking he was a 25 this year, and then all of a sudden he's a 79 in the sheets. So it's a pleasant
And he's
surprise. I
a
traded for him for next
79.
year.
Is he a 79 in the ROM?
Yeah, he's 79. Like I went to play with him. I was like, why is this guy so good? I thought he was
Nice.
unplayable, but so that's huge for my team.
Right. And then Desharnais looks awesome.
Desharnais good. He's my center right now. I mean, I'm just kind of shit at the moment, so I'm not like probably
Wait,
taking advantage of this team. But yeah, I've got like 4 forwards who are all the same kind of level. Desharnais is probably the best this year.
which is nice. Do you play, so you've only got Mike Fisher basically as a righty. Do you care what handed the wingers are?
I do, but I'm like, I've been sitting Taylor Hall actually most of my games, which feels kind of weird. So I don't know. I've had the 3 lefty system a bit, but I would prefer to have a righty on right wing. But
Yeah,
I don't
me
know.
too.
I'm just feeling pretty rough about my game.
Well, you haven't played in what, like a month and a half?
Yeah.
I
What do
honestly
you
like.
what do you guys think the reason for traditionalists would say a lefty should be a left wing and a righty should be right wing, and then you could figure out how you want to do the center. But like, what are the advantages? Like, even like, I don't know, like the like just the old school ROM, right? Like a lot of teams have their players set. I don't know if it's real or not, but you're like, okay, they got like Buffalo, like where you have McGillney as a left wing with a right shot, or I'm sorry, a right wing with a left shot, and then you have Pat LaFontaine in the center, and then who is it? The Howard Chuck, who's a righty on the left. Like, why would the team do that? Like, what is it, just because maybe they got good passers on a different side? Because it's like you think in this game at least the advantages with an auto goalie or whatever would be having the right hand, the hand correspond to the position.
Well, so Nate, let me jump in first on this, and then I'd like to hear your thoughts. But here's what I think about this. If you have the guy, so the right-handed shot on the right wing, it's the cross crease that's the main point of that, to me anyway. So like when the goal scoring was easier by cross crease, especially early in this league or in auto, that backhand cross crease coming across is super easy and was really important. Now people have gotten so good in the manual that that move is almost wiped out of the game now. Like very rarely do you ever see that. And so I've been kind of debating whether I still care about hands on the wings, because the benefit of going the opposite, putting a right shot on the left side, is that curl in slap shot that Nips does so good in the auto league. But again, that's almost irrelevant in manual too. So I'm not really sure. I don't know. But with that said, I seem to always put right hand shots on right wing and left hand on left wing, but might just be a
Yeah,
habit.
yeah. Well, and I think too the shooting accuracy, right? Like, so Bergeron's got, I think, has got good shooting accuracy. So I put him on the right because he can do that, cross through the crease and then get the left corner looking at the goal. You can get the left corner or the upper right or upper left corner. You can get it when they got a good shot, and the goalie's not maybe awesome at that side. So I don't know, like it, but I mean, you can't. I don't ever think about that when I set my lineup. Like I don't go, oh well, he can get it. The goalie's not great or whatever. No, it's just I know he can get a better shot off there in two different ways. He's fast. He can cut across the crease and get one around the goalie, or he can hit the corner if he dodges the defense and shoots to the corner with a backhand. You know, like I don't know,
Yeah.
like I don't actually put that much thought into it, but just like
But
from like a
I do
physics standpoint.
for my like if I'm playing three lefties, I will put my like let's say Taylor Hall has a better shot accuracy than Duchesne, for example. They're both playing the wing. I'll put him on the right wing because you'll have that like curl back slap shot.
Mhm.
And I'd rather have accuracy for that, which I don't know if it makes much sense, but I did notice a lot more people this when they posted their lineups before the year, they were switching like the righties run the left hand side like more. It was probably 50-50 this year, which I don't know.
The guy who used to do it was Maryhill, Red. Like
Yeah.
early on, he always did. And he does those, like, he'll do those sideways one-timers instead, the usual go into the corner, pass one time up front. He does those ones that are all in the slot, side to side. And maybe that's partially why. I don't really know. I've never played like consistently with the opposite hands on the wings, but I might try it now just for fun.
I think it's better. Like having Fisher on right wing this year it feels better for me because you can deke a bit on like that like angled breakaway. I don't know.
But is that because Fisher's better than your other players and
I don't think
you're
so.
better on the right? Or
Maybe it's not better on the right. Yeah, I feel a bit more
okay.
comfortable deking on the right. That could be it as well. But it feels like when you're coming in on that angle, I'd rather be on like a forehand than a. But who knows? Like
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
You're right. 'Cause those dekes coming in on breakaways, that's the main reason for it. Like the original reason why we would have, going back 20 years, why we would have put a right in the right side would be for that deke.
right.
Coming
Yeah.
in down the right side, do that the usual deke,
Yeah.
But now those still happen. And honestly, more and more, it's the dekes that win the games. Like, which is why the shot accuracy is so important because you only get like a few chances. And if you miss the net on one of those, it's brutal. Like it's like
Yeah.
you almost can't recover. Like you only get 3 breakaways. You make one perfect and
Yeah.
you shoot the net. It's like fuck me.
Yeah. I know one thing I've noticed a lot this season is I've been hitting the post a lot more.
Oh yeah, but that's the
I don't.
guys. I swear, I've had the year I had. Who the hell was it? Bobby Ryan, a couple seasons ago. He must have hit the post like 30 times, and it's just his shot accuracy was really low, and it was so
Yeah.
fun. He'd make a beautiful move and fucking hit the post.
Which is why I picked Pink's team number 1 because his guys don't hit the post anymore. They did last season. Now they don't hit the post because their shot accuracy is out of control.
Shot accuracy, man. I'm really
Yeah.
right now this, and unfortunately we're revealing all of our secrets here on the show too. But I think that's so important, and I honestly never thought about it before. Like maybe last season, it was the Sedins that killed me.
Did he
Anyway.
say that what is it? The number 4 is the worst number. You either should be a 3 or 5.
I don't know if he was serious about that, but I saw.
I'm sure he's serious because he put some thought into this shit, I would imagine. But yeah, I'm like, I don't know, man. I just fucking try to get the good players.
Pink said, I'm just looking at the chat now. He said, I'm dead. I'm dead serious. He said, I swear 4-shot accuracy hits post.
Yeah, I think let's look at my team. Does my team have a bunch of 4-shot accuracies? Because I've been hitting the post quite a bit in our axes.
that's so funny.
Bergeron is a 3, so according to Pink,
Okay.
he should be freaking awesome. You should put him on center.
All right,
He's probably doing better.
Okay.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, no, I swear to God, because I bet that Bergeron has more goals than everybody else.
Well, you got next year, Yoda. Tavares is a 6-shot accuracy, so keep that in mind. He's your center next year. Yeah.
How much you want to bet GMDS send you a trade offer for Tavares after the show?
If he can get off Oshie, he will definitely go for Tavares. I mean, either he is a fucking genius with stats or he just finds it fun. Like, because I'm like, I don't know, dude. There's a month and a half left before the playoffs start. Like, I don't know where I'm going to finish. I'm not trading the number 1 pick if I have it, no matter what the lottery says.
Yeah, so
he's like, I can give you one of my 18 fucking picks in the future. And I'm like, no second picks. I don't even take them at this point. I'm not good enough to care.
Yeah, he's good at those second round pick offers.
Oh, yeah.
You got Oshie this year's 4-shot accuracy. You got, I think it was Tavares 4-shot accuracy. You got Semin 4-shot accuracy. So according to Pink's theory, that's why you're hitting the
The
post.
team opposed. Yeah.
Yeah, he can correct me if I'm wrong. I swear I've hit the post a lot more. I mean, he's killing me this year,
I gotta
this
check my
season.
team.
Since
Oh.
the new ROM came out, he's like, I played a lot better with my last team with him. Even though, I mean, I still lost, but I can tell when there's a 4-goal gap and there's a 2-goal gap or whatever. But he's been awesome, like, to play Xyz. Like, it's cool to find people who are like, I don't know. I can't say he's a loser like me, but like I went through divorce and shit. So I'm like, oh, I don't know anybody in California. I got shit to do at night, though. I can play Xyz with Pink.
Ooh, I'm relieved I don't have too many 4s.
Oof, yes.
Yeah.
All right, we got to get
All
back
right,
to the draft here. So or it's back up to Yoda. So I just
Yoda,
picked
you're
10.
up. Yeah.
We're in round 4
Yeah.
now. Pick number 10.
So I think for this one, I go with Highland. I think
I had him down a bit.
Yeah, I think Henrik takes a little bit more, but I think overall, like they're 73, I think, on their team. So for me, it was just pure statistics at this point. Like, I think their averages are pretty good. I didn't go through all of them perfectly, but of the ones that are left, like for me, it's just like, okay, they're all right, But the goalie obviously skews it a little bit. It's a little bit of an outlier, but maybe that helps them too,
goalie,
right?
Yeah. Top goalie in the game.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, he
And I'm
shot
a
me
goalie
out.
guy, so that's kind of the tips and scales for me.
Makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah, good.
I had
pick.
Highland lower. I had him at 14 on my list. Like his roster is okay, but
So that's pick 10, right?
That's pick 10. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I felt pretty good about it. I mean, without going into anything beyond the overalls, I don't know that there's anybody else that's like so far better.
Yeah.
No,
I don't think there are. I'm looking
the
through
one
the
that
roster.
stood out to me, which I'll go next, is Pitt.
Yeah, Pitt's
Pitt's
surprisingly
roster
good.
had number 8. It's a really good
that's
roster.
true. That's true. What's
he's got
the average there though? What's the average?
Well, he's got
Well,
two
the average will
80s.
be low because he has these really bad guys. But if you just look at his guys that are playing, he's got a really good roster.
That's true. Yeah. That's true.
Both of his defense are 76. He's got Marchand and Hossa are 2 studs, and Callahan, Callahan's third winger.
That's
And
true.
goalie 79. I mean, that's good enough.
Yeah, that's going to be
Pretty good
better
roster,
than.
yeah.
That's better than actually than Highlands for sure. Then I mean, because he's the 71 or something like that overall. So take out that the 41 and the 52 really kill it here. So
yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And the 60 backup goalie. Like this is pretty solid. Like his D are good. That trade he got Leopold from Kraft was really good trade.
Yeah,
anyway, good choice.
He's got those 2 forwards. He just finds the third forward each year, and he's always got a pretty good roster.
Yeah, getting that Marchand pick was the key. That's the trade that he made decline for Samsonov. 1 year of Samsonov.
The Sunnyvale special right there. Yeah.
I mean, Bell, you got the benefit of a Samsonov from me though. So
yeah, but I gave up.
No, I think you got badly ripped off on that one. Yoda destroyed that trade. You got
I know that was the one where I was just like, I just wanted to get him so much because I was looking at 6 speed. I was so eager. Fuck.
What did you give me for that? What did you give me for that?
I don't remember. If we could find it, it was.
I'll try to look for it. You can go, Sean. I'll try to look for this.
I remember like it was a back and forth for a long time, and then I think I gave you a bunch of assets. I can't remember how many.
He was a rare 6 speed.
Yeah, and I was like, at that time, I was like, speed is everything. I wouldn't have done that trade now, but I was like, really
I think I was in a spot where I'm like, okay, the rest of my team sucks, but he's fast as hell. So I'm like, okay, if I can get 3 okay players out of this, or 2 okay players out of this deal, I'm going to be all right.
So the next team, I got the next pick here in round number 4. I'm going to take this team, and I got to tell you guys, I was surprised at how they fell, but I'm going to take Autobahn.
Yeah, that was my next one too.
I was expecting Autobahn before I started looking at it to have a much better roster than they do. I mean, it's kind of more future oriented, but it's not that great this year. Like, it's fine. Brad Richards is good. Pavelski's okay. His third forward is like, well, I don't even know what St. Louis is. I assume St. Louis is good, actually.
St. Louis.
St. Louis doesn't exist in the sheets, so Carey Price is fine. Actually, his team's pretty good. It might be better than Pitt and Highland, actually. I'm pretty glad we're getting this pick in this fourth.
That's
round.
true. Yeah, it's pretty good. If St. Louis is dominant, which he should be, I mean,
Assuming
he's
St.
probably
Louis. I know he is 5 speed and 5 agility because I tried to trade for him for a couple more years.
Yeah. Good defenseman. He's a solid goalie. Yeah, makes sense. Okay, I found your guys' trade here. Before we continue, it's straight up Samsonov for an 03 first round pick, 04 first round pick, 04 first round pick, 3 first round pick.
Hey
Scott
guys,
Gomez.
I'm getting like an overlap.
What do you mean an overlap?
Like, I hear you guys 4 times early. I'm gonna log back in.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, so it's 3 first round picks and Scott Gomez and Yanni Nienema for Samsonov.
For
Which I don't know
Samsonov.
how good those picks were, but
No, I don't know either. Nienema was pretty solid though, and I think Gomez was like a backup forward.
yeah, I think Nienema was good. He was good for a while.
Yeah, he was. He bounced around to other teams, but he was a solid D. And then those picks, who knows? So yeah, hard to say. Probably not a terrible trade. Samsonov was like my leading scorer for a few years.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, Yoda's up next, but we can skip over his pick while he. Oh no, is he back?
He's back.
Oh, I'm back. I'm back, baby.
How's that echo?
I got a huge lag here. I don't know why.
Let me try stop. If I stop sharing, does that change anything?
Is it on the or was it on the Twitch?
I think it's all right now. I think I'm good.
Does anybody on the Twitch there? Oh,
Yeah,
says audio is
audio's great. He said, yeah.
okay. Well, it must be a California problem.
Yeah, it's definitely a California problem.
You got wildfires yet?
Yes, there's a bad one right now.
Seriously, holy shit. I'm looking out my window and it's like a snowstorm. We're getting 20 more centimeters tonight. And it's like the snow is piled like 3 feet high. We're back to your pick here, Yoda.
All right.
Autobahn went off the board.
I think I got my echo resolved here. So Autobahn is off the board. Let's see here. Who am I going with? At this point, it's just how good those guys are. Let's see.
Wait, before you pick somebody, Nate, do you also, I was going to say that we're getting down into sort of a next tier here. Do you feel the same, or is there somebody you have high up still that's left on the board?
I probably have one or two more teams, and then we get into a morass of teams. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Go for it, Yoda.
So I think I go with Hamilton here. Like, besides the duds, they got a couple of bad duds. I think they're all right. You get rid of their backup goalie and you get rid of their backup forward, and they're sitting over 70. So, 72 or whatever. So I think for me, that's all right.
Yeah, no, that's good. I agree. And at this stage too, like their D is better than anybody else left for sure.
Yeah.
Timonin's really good. Campbell's fast. Like he's got a solid D.
Yeah.
That third forward's a bit weak, but.
Yep, they were my second next. I'll go with Tegucigalpa for this one, just because of Stamkos. He's best player left here. I think the roster's like solid. The defense are weak, but the forwards are all solid with the 89 Stamkos.
Yeah, Kovalev is still 15 stick handle. So is Tim Connolly.
Yeah, so 75 D man. I think the roster's actually like decent. The 65 goalie's a bit rough, but
yeah, good pick. Good pick there.
Those are the two. I had Tegucigalpa, Hamilton. Then I think after this, there's a bit of a drop off. Maybe, yeah, a bit of a drop off. Like a lot of these teams are so similar, I think. Yeah.
Well, the next team
later on for sure.
I'm going to take Sugar Valley here.
Yeah.
And the reason being that Kopitar whatever you thought of that trade, Kopitar is awesome, and he's still 5 speed, 5 agility. He's like super good shot power. He was really fun to play with. So I think this team is pretty solid when you got a guy like that at center. He's got a good goalie. He's got Lucic and Doan, who are both super slow. So like I don't know, Chalky might start a
It's his
new.
style though. If he likes that, he doesn't like the fast
He
guys.
likes, if he has success with this roster, it could change. Like it could be like remember when everybody went for fat guys for a while? Like it might be like that because he's got like slow, big weight guys across this whole team. Anyway, so I kind of like it. I think it'll be an interesting team. It would be fun to play with them. So that's my pick to end off round number. What are we on? 4?
That's 15.
Yeah.
So we got 16 teams picked, which leaves us with 12. So three more rounds to go. We got the final 12, and it's you, Yoda.
All right. I think I'm gonna go with, I don't know, man. At this point, it's crapshoot, but I might go with Bari at this time. His goalie's all right. His one good forward, 2 good forwards. His D sucks ass, but yeah, I mean, I'd probably go with Bari. I don't know. I mean, at this point, I have zero knowledge of like the percentages and stuff, but probably Bari.
Okay. Nate, did you have them anywhere near this spot?
I had him 21st overall, so yeah, not
Close.
too far. I mean, all these teams are super similar now. I mean, I looked at his box score though. Like James Neal wasn't playing. I don't know what his stats are like, but that's clearly his best forward. So
Yeah, he's getting better at playing though. He's one of the guys that X reaches out for X's here and there, and I'm always like, especially the new guys, I'm like, okay, it's going to be fun, right? Like because we're not going to blow each other out, right?
Yeah.
So he's going to get better, I think.
Yeah,
his team is. I mean, I don't know. Like you could argue maybe Valhalla should have been picked here, but I don't know. The rest of them, Woodland, like he's awesome at the game, but like Woodland sucks.
Yeah, his roster's really bad.
Like he's just good. Like Maryhill's better, which is weird.
So
all right, so Gary's off the board. Nathan,
I'll go Thunder Bay next. I think this roster's the best one left for sure. Similar to all of these other rosters, but just a bit better, a bit deeper, I guess. Kane, Briere, Jokinen.
Yeah, that's a good one too.
The defense are a bit weak. I mean, 69, 65.
Yeah, actually, Evander Kane kind of like shifts it a little bit. Actually, the goalie and Patrick Elias is, yeah, man. Actually, this is probably a better pick for me. I should have picked that one, but yeah.
I'm 15th overall, so right in the middle.
Yeah, that makes sense. That's probably where they should be. It's kind of a fun team though this year, like because I got the 4 forwards, so I got guys that can swim in and out. There's lots of different options. They're all kind of similar. Like none of them are great, but yeah, so it's okay. Edler helps too because he's pretty good on D. Okay, so to end round number 5, which would put us, where are we at here? No, we're at pick 19. I don't know. I'm losing track of the rounds. This is round 6. We're at pick 18.
18 maybe,
yeah. I'm debating between these two, Providence and Richfield. They're very, very similar. I think I would take Richfield because of Ryan Suter.
Yeah, he was my next one, Richfield.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Suter's really good, and Derek Morris is solid on D. All of his forwards are fine. Like it'd be like my team. Like
I'm kind of blown away though at how bad the team is in the long term. Like his team roster was so good a couple of seasons ago.
I feel the same about Audubon and Richfield. Like both of those guys had like the best rosters in the game at one point.
Yeah, but Audubon's is getting good again in a couple of years. I think his roster is a bit rough this year, but it's getting like really good in a couple of years.
True. Yeah.
Richfield, I don't think is.
Yeah.
Like Suter's awesome, but I don't know. Thornton's kind of just I don't know. He's been like unheard of. Like he was like the big guy everyone was trying to trade for, right? Like he's just kind of been under the radar. Like you don't hear much about Joey.
He is really strange.
Oh my God.
11 weight and 2 agility. So he just barrels his way to the net.
Like Yager, I guess.
Like Yager, maybe. I don't know. His
Only
shot
4
accuracy.
shot accuracy. Like, yeah, he's not great.
Then he goes to 3-speed for all these years. So I don't know. Yeah, I'm with you. But anyway, for now, I'm taking him. It's pick 18. So we're back to Yoda for pick 19 with 9 guys left.
All right. Let's see here. Now I got to figure out who's left. Or if it matters. I would probably pick at this point. I think I'd probably go Valhalla.
Valhalla, another guy whose roster has dropped off recently.
Yeah, I mean, it's
Forgot my
not
hero.
great, but I mean, the rest of the 9 are not like even.
Right.
I mean, let's be honest. Like, who's the worst? We can pick the worst right now. I mean, there's no debate on the worst. I think.
Is it?
There's no
You guys,
debate.
is it obviously Italy or am I?
Obviously Italy. Obviously.
Oh yeah, I don't think I would pick any other team.
Yeah.
Like by far the worst this year. Not even close. Other years there's been like a debate. This year it's just like his roster is horrible.
But the thing that's crazy about it is like I went through and picked the 2 expansion teams. Like I helped the just pick guys off the free agent list, the best ones. There's a bunch more fucking guys on the free agent list that can make a better team than Italy.
Yeah. For sure. Maybe for me, maybe Providence is like the next. Well, Providence or I picked Valhalla, so I'll let somebody else pick.
Yeah, you got Valhalla.
Yeah. Sorry, I was gonna go to like the next best one, but
I had South Hills as my next one. They're right in that same mix. The same forwards are all mid-70s. Yeah, I mean
they got a great goalie. Yeah, great goalie.
That's kind of nice, but
and just awful defense.
Sharp, Alfredson, Ben, maybe Stahl. They're all the same, and the defense are brutal. So yeah, I don't know.
Yeah,
everyone's the same range here.
Yeah.
Then I'll take Providence. I agree. They're the next best. And actually, surprisingly, his team is not that horrible. Providence, all in all, it's pretty good. Even long term, it's not that bad.
Everyone's
here. Then he
on the
puts
whole
no
team,
effort
right?
into the GM side. It's pretty decent.
Yeah.
Anyway, okay, so Providence. Yeah. Now we're back up to the final.
His whole team is like mid-70s to upper 70s. So I mean, like it's as a guy who's good, like because he's a good player. Shit, man, that's a pretty good deal. I mean, he's got a 0 for D though. Is he missing a D?
No, I was just gonna say, like, I'm pretty sure I saw Joseph Corvo on like Rockford or something. He's on a different team, I think he might be.
Yeah, he totally is. He's actually the best defense on somebody else's.
Yeah, he's ranked 80 on someone's team.
Rockford.
Here he is. He's rated 80 in the player skills.
Oh, but that's Joe.
One's Joe and one's Joseph. So apparently we got different guys with the same name.
Joseph. What are they same ratings?
Let's see what Joseph looks like here.
Let's see what Joe versus. Oh no, Joe isn't real.
Joseph doesn't exist. It's just Joe.
No, Joseph exists.
No, there's a
right?
Joseph there.
Joe's there. Well, Joe's there. What about Joseph? Just type him in David. Craig.
No, but man, there's no Joseph.
There's no other Corvo. There's never a Corvo.
That's it. There's just no Corvo. The man's a fucking beast. He just plays for 2 teams. He's got a lot of
he's the best player that nobody knows about.
Joseph Corvo, no stats. That's good.
That's the first ghost we have in the draft, right?
Well, next time you're playing an XE, go play on Providence and see if he has a third.
Nah, fuck that. I'm gonna save it for when I play Providence and be like, dude, you got a non-real player, man. The fucking forfeit, bitch.
Injures D man.
Yeah, this is a if you start Joseph Corvo, man, it wasn't a real game.
That's right. Wait for the playoffs for that. All right, Yoda's up. I think we're down to our final 6 teams.
All right, so
there's
final
nothing
6
good left, so we can go through these pretty quick.
Let's see.
Wait. Let me cue it up. So the teams that we have left, the final 6 teams, we have Devil Hill Goblins, the expansion team. We have Grand River, the other expansion team. We've got Italy. We've got Mary Hill. We got Minhatrick. And we have Rockford. And we have Woodland. So we have 7
Uh,
teams.
7
Yeah.
left, I think. Yeah, somehow.
it fucking pains me to pick Nick right here, but Mini Hat-Trick was probably the team. I don't know if my quick stats were good. That's what I'd pick. But
I mean,
that could
his
be.
team
Oh,
was,
actually, I'd take the Devil Hill Goblins. I'm sorry. I'm gonna change my pick. Devil Hill.
Yeah, I think Manhattrick's pretty bad.
Yeah, they're not like that different, but there's some upper 70s on the Devils.
here's the Devils. This was all guys on the wire, right? Like the only guy he drafted was who did he even
That's got to be way better than my shitty the fucking who are they? The Earthquakes?
City Titans.
No, I didn't have the Titans. I had somebody else. It wasn't the Titans.
A different Troy.
Yeah, another Troy, and maybe it was the Earthquakes or whatever they were. But yeah, this is better. I mean, Jason Arnott would maybe scratch the 70s.
Yeah, no, it's not a terrible team. Loophole is good. Like I said, I helped him pick this. Molson is fast. John Madden's 5 speed. His D is pretty solid.
Oh,
Like
John Madden, I didn't see. He's still kicking around. Nice.
This is John Madden's swan song.
Nice. Good to see
game
him
on
on the roster.
I think if you're a brand new player and you get a team that's somewhat fast, like it's going to be all right. Like, I mean, better. It's better than a shitty team that's slow, right? Because then you really need to learn the game. I mean, again, it depends on if anybody's been like played this game before. But for me, not playing it, like speed would help me. When I think I actually won some games and then dropped and got worse. For sure. I think my first season, there's been seasons that I won games earlier and then I lost games later, even though I had a better team. For sure.
Yeah, speed's pretty key for these new teams.
Yeah.
You guys even 5 speed. Yeah, this is actually a pretty good roster.
Right? There's what could be his forward lineup. He'd have 5 speed Alex Tangay, 5 speed John Madden, and Joffrey Lupul in the middle, who's like pretty solid.
I can't remember who he played. I mean, he played me, right? So I don't know if he played these guys the second game and like his speed helped him, or he played him in the first and it didn't matter at all. So
he's got some options. He's got Brunette still. He's got Molson.
I think at this point, I think they're the better.
Yeah, good choice
to start with. Yeah,
I'll go with
I go
Rockford. I had Rockford next on mine. I think they're also decent.
So he's got Hopkins, Purcell, Dupuis, and he's got the Joe Corvo. So that's pretty good.
Oh, Joe, but also he's 80. Yeah.
Luckily, he doesn't have Joseph Corvo.
He's got Joe, so he's got an 80.
Yeah, exactly.
70s. Yeah, I mean it's okay. Pretty bad.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. So that leaves us with our final few teams. We got Woodland left, and Woodland we don't know what Voracek is. So who knows? Right. Voracek might be amazing. We don't know. We got Rockford got picked.
Grand River, Maryhill.
Yeah, Maryhill and Manhattrick. Those 2 teams in Grand River. So we got 4 teams left. So this is gonna be my final pick. Oh, and Italy, 5 teams left. So it is my final pick. I am gonna go.
Wait, we have 5. We have 5 teams left. They're
most definitely not your final pick in this.
No. I think whoever's third pick was Nate, right?
Yeah, my math skills are not the best, but either way,
I'm surprised mine are on at this point. But yeah,
I'm gonna take Grand River, the other expansion team, partially because I helped pick this team and I know they're fucking good. Scott Hartnell's 5 speed, David Moss is 5 speed, Brian Rolston's like his usual awesome self. And then the best guy of all is he traded for this guy. So this is Moses back. He traded for this guy from Dasri, the Barry guy.
Defensive awareness.
Pavel Kubina. Check this shit out.
260. Holy shit.
Oh, yeah. He's 15 weight. He's 5 speed.
15 weight. Ooh.
And he's 6 defensive awareness.
What's his speed? What's his speed?
His speed is 5.
He's a fucking 5 at 260. Nobody's getting by if he can play defense.
This is another team I want to try out on Xyz to see if this guy's actually as good as he looks, because these stats look amazing. Like this look like, he might be the greatest defenseman to ever play in the W.
3 agility at that weight, though. He might not be able to turn.
Yeah, but nobody should be able to touch him at 260.
Yeah.
So anyway, So that's why.
That dude should be scoring some goals. So here's the question though. Moses is like known as the announcer for me, but like, is he a 94 guy or
Oh
is
no,
he
no,
like
man. Like
literally
so,
just getting going on 95? Like, what is his? That's always the thing. If
yeah,
somebody comes
that's
back and we
interesting.
don't know him,
So
I have no
I
idea.
assume that like everyone knows this, but like our Waterloo like guys who play, we have a tournament. We've had a tournament forever. That's Colin, who you might not have crossed over. I don't know if you ever did. Colin's really good.
I hear his
Myself,
name. Yeah, yeah.
yeah. So and then Moses, and then Nathan, like a few of those guys. Derek Sutton's
It,
been coming recently. So like, but
is
Moses is like
Waterloo though auto goalie or manual?
manual.
Oh, okay, good.
Yeah. So Moses is like he's been playing forever since we've been playing, like
Oh,
20
okay,
years.
okay. So
I
it's
mean,
like you could
he's really
he
good.
may
Like
be good. Yeah, he's going to be good at the
oh,
game if he knows
he
how to
is good.
play.
For sure he's good. Like so we had the last two tournaments we had just last year as an example, like Unholy came, Ultra came, Sutton was there. Or even the tournament before that, LHX was there and Red was there. Both those times Moses finished ahead of all those guys.
So here's the question for you guys. So if, like, for example, like if it, I'll let you guys go. There's a serious question here that I'm working on. You guys go ahead. We'll continue on with this conversation.
Okay.
But I have a serious question I'm going to ask later.
Okay. Don't forget it.
No, no.
You're up in the
It was
draft.
I already did forget it, but it was a good question. That's why I'm so pissed off. Okay, so there's two
We
teams
got
left.
4 left.
4 teams left.
Maryhill, Manhattrick, Woodland, or Italy.
Okay,
Share
I
these
think
ones, Sean. Let's see.
I think it's either between Maryhill or Manhattrick at
Yeah,
this point.
I agree.
So let's see.
So Maryhill and Manhattrick, you got goalies are both exactly basically the same. You got on Maryhill, you got Jordan Stahl at 78, you got Kessler at 70, you got
Maryhill. Maryhill.
Yeah,
I pick Maryhill.
Hamlet looks good. Wow, Manhattrick. This is a bad roster.
I mean, here's the deal though.
getting better, but this year's really
With
bad.
Nick, you get the down B threat, which again, you know it's coming, but how good the players are. Is it? I don't know what it impacts of a good down B, right? So I can't take the player like the guy who's playing the game into consideration. So for the lineup, I go Mary Hill.
Yeah.
I mean, Red's obviously really good at the game too. So he's honorable. He doesn't use the down B, so he's not a piece of shit in real life. But no, Nick's a good guy. He's a piece of shit in hockey. I don't even know if Nick or Mario can skate. That's always one thing I put into their character assessment is like, if you can't skate, like if you don't have the ability to skate on ice skates, like even if you're good at this game, like whatever, big deal. You got nothing to brag about in life.
Yeah.
Actually, you know what? It's funny. I don't know if I've ever asked Red if he played hockey. I just assumed he did. Like, given where he's from and given that he grew up
I mean, you got to just make an
St.
assumption. You'd make assumption that Nick knows how to skate. Like
Red would have played, I think, for
I
sure.
would assume
Yeah.
he played. I never crossed my mind that
I've
he didn't.
never. That's one of my downfalls, though. Is I started as a goalie, and I started later in life. So I was like 13 when I started playing goalie. I always knew how to skate and all that shit, but like my mom was poor, we couldn't afford to play hockey. But somehow I got to play hockey later. And so for me, I don't actually know the game that well. I mean, I obviously if I'm watching NHL games, I know shit. But like, setting up plays and like the whole like how things evolve, like I started as a goalie. Like I have zero idea how that shit happens. So it's like for me,
too, yeah.
Have you ever played?
do
Do you ever play hockey now?
Yeah, I played until I moved to California. I was playing. Well, so when I was 18, I stopped, and whatever. I was just in college and all this shit, so I didn't play. But I think when I turned 40, which was 8 years ago now, when I was from probably 39 through 40, 37 through 43, 6 years in a row or whatever. I was still playing like 3 or 4 nights a week as a goalie, just pick up shit, because they always need goalies. And but I was a better goalie now than I was when I was younger, man. I was in the poor kid league, so the gear was free and it was just trash.
So-
Now I got fucking pro level gear and nothing hurts. So yeah, I'm like an aggressive goalie. I always wanted to be a defenseman, but I can't skate that well. I mean, I can skate like a goalie, but I go out and I hammer, like even in pickup league and all that, I'm like, get the fuck out of this crease, dude. It's not yours. And I like, even for a stocky guy, I'm short, which doesn't help me in playing goalie because I can't get out super wide. But like what I lack in that area, I'm going out and I'm getting people out. I'm playing the puck. Whatever happens, if there's you and me coming down the ice, I'm playing that fucking puck and you're going down.
Who's that old goalie, Philly, what's his name? I want to say Hackett.
Hextall,
Hextall. We
yeah,
just
yeah.
brawl. Oh,
I'm
man,
like
he's
not
so
a
good.
brawler. Like I'm not a fighter, man. I know how hard it hurts to get hit in the
Just
face.
gouge
Like I'm not a
people.
brawler. But I will go out and I will hammer. Like I've played offensive line and defensive line in high school. So like I will go out and hit. Like, and I'm old, but I've got a young mind. So I'm going out. I don't care what the pain is afterwards. I got hit in the face. I'll tell you what, what required me to drop $1,000 on a helmet is there was a guy who played pickup on Friday nights and he was just a monster. He had a shot like you would not believe. And he didn't aim for my head. He's hit me in the head at least 5 or 6 times when I was back in Minnesota. And last time it was so fucking hard. I bit the inside of my cheeks off and I could just fucking feel it. But I didn't wear a mouth guard, which is me, but I bit down and I could feel it all the way to my ears for like a week and a half. And I was like, you know what? And it was just a slapper right in the cage. It wasn't even a bad, it didn't hit me here. It didn't hit me on the side or anything. And I bit down so hard. I'm like, I got to go to the dentist to check this shit out. And from then on, I went out 2 days later. It was a Friday night. I went on Sunday and I spent $1,000 on a new CTM helmet. I'm like, fuck this. I'm like, I don't know if you can see it, but I had a brain surgery when I was like 2. And I'm like, you know what? This isn't the way I'm going out. I'm getting a helmet. Good. I had a Vaughn, like a normal, like fucking old fart league helmet or whatever. And this dude has a monster. He was a D1 hockey player, but he had a monster. And I'm like, nope. He's like, I'm so sorry. And I'm like, it's cool. Spitting out blood. I'm like, I'm 40, motherfucker. Let's not do this. Yeah, it was so bad. It just hit me and I knew it was coming. And
when you guys grew up, like did you grow up in Minneapolis or like in a smaller town?
I grew up in a smaller town, but like only like 25, 30 minutes from Minneapolis. So
like, is it common there that like kids play hockey?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. I mean, there's rinks everywhere. We didn't have pond hockey and shit like that because we were not like when you get up north where like Oshie and Bob Dylan and all these fuckers are from, like that shit's the real deal.
Bob Dylan.
Yeah, I mean when like I played in the Prince League, which was like we had rinks. But I practice outside like for a regular hockey team. I played outside like 10 o'clock at night. You do a practice on a Sunday. It's outside. It's negative 10, 20, whatever.
Like we always hear like, oh, Minnesota's the state of hockey or whatever, but like I remember talking, like we asked Maryland Mike that because he said in wherever he's from, West Virginia, wasn't a thing. One kid at what I forget the numbers he said, but one kid.
Yeah, I mean I do, even though I kind of mock the whole state of hockey shit. Like I'm still bitter that the North Stars name didn't just stay in Minnesota. I'm like, this is fucking bullshit. We could have the Lakers and the Minnesota North Stars. Like it's bullshit. I won't give up on that. I don't care how long it's been. I wasn't even born. My grandpa was like a teenager when the Lakers moved to LA, but I'm like, come on, are you fucking serious? Like make some rules, the name, if it fits the place, they're going to get another team, like leave it, like fucking leave it for the lawyers.
Yeah, absolutely right. Like, well, I was watching Treme on New Orleans and they're like talking about like, let's sue the Jazz. Yeah, like what the
fucking
fuck?
the Jazz. Like, come
Utah.
on. Are you fucking nowhere else in the world is known as a jazz place other than New Orleans?
Memphis Grizzlies is a good one as well.
Yeah, like come on, man. Like, but so like I'm out fine. Like the business side, move the team. It doesn't matter. Like whatever, that's fine. But Minnesota is going to get a hockey team.
Yeah.
Like keep the name if it fits. If it doesn't fit, like take it.
Yeah.
Like
Right.
the Knights did the right thing. Like the Avs did the right thing. Like
Right.
and anywhere where the fucking
Yeah,
like the Coyotes,
Colorado
the
Nordies
Coyote.
is a good one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like the fucking like the Coyotes was fine. The Utah Hockey Club now again is fine. The Jets, like the Winnipeg Jets, you could even argue could be somewhere else. But like, I mean, they did go. Where did the Jets go? Carolina or whatever it was. Like, and they changed it like a fucking gentleman would, like the Twins changed the Senators to the Twins. Like the Nationals, they should have just went back to the Senators. It was perfect for DC. I don't know. I feel very strong. There's very few things in life that I get serious about. And that shit is one of them where I'm like, dude, fucking read the room. The Lakers, there's not a fucking lake nearby me, and I'm 50 miles from LA. Like, come on, dude. Like, come on. Really. Like
and they get all the titles too, eh? Like they
and the Wild is a terrible name. Like it's like the Kraken. The Kraken sucks for a name. They should have a team, but like the Kraken is a terrible name. But it fits better. The Wild, what does that even mean? It's not even like a thing. It's not a noun.
It's not a noun. I think it is the only sports team that's not a noun.
It's the worst. And people are like, it's not the worst. It's the fucking worst. I don't care. I'm from there. It's the worst. There should have been better people submitting ideas at the time. It was in like the early 90s.
They should have just called it the Lakers.
Yeah, they should have called it or the Saints. The Saints were like the whatever the Flying Saints or something like that. They're a minor league baseball team now, which you can't take it then, but like whatever. There has to have been a million hockey fucking names in Minnesota that were better than the Wild. Like, and I love Minnesota hockey, like a lot, like more than I should, to be honest. But they should have a better hockey team name for the NHL. Like, pay the Gophers to take that name. Honestly, the Gophers is a great name. Hey, did you guys know? Since I'm saying it now, did you know that Judd was the goalie to go for the hockey team at the U of M?
Really? Oh.
Yeah. I'm putting it out there. Like, this is an informative session.
I got to get off of this screen. Do you have any photos of him you can share?
I don't. Actually, surprisingly, I met him after he was goalie to Gopher.
What's his actual name?
Judson. His name is Judson. He's an Irish prick.
No,
like
what's
a
his
full-on Irish prick?
How do I Google
Judson. His real name is Judson. His name is Judson Phillips. I don't even know. He might be mad at me for sharing his real name on here. I don't know, but he was a legit and his story to become the goalie Gopher was amazing. Like he worked for it, but his stories about like Phil Kessel and all these dudes who went through Minnesota, like I fucking tell it like I know, like because I know him. I'm like I tell it like, hey, one of my good buddies like has this great story about NHL.
Sorry to interrupt you, buddy, but Nathan, listen to this. The first thing when I search Judson Phillips goalie, the first thing that comes up is Jamie Phillips, born 1993, Caledonia, Ontario.
Caledonia, baby, yeah. Share that. Let's see. Jamie Phillips, Wes Phillips, who used to play on our hockey team, his brother. Yeah.
Jamie Phillips that's 12 years younger than me, so I don't even know. I don't know if I've ever heard his name before.
Yeah, he's a man of mystery.
Make it to the NHL, Jamie?
Well, I googled Judson Phillips. The first guy is an American writer, born in Newfield, Massachusetts. Then this might be him. I'm not sure.
No, dude. Type.
But anyway, Jamie Phillips came up. Before we go back to Judson Phillips, we're going on to Jamie Phillips from Caledonia, Ontario. So this is a town that we both grew up in.
Oh, nice.
But he's born in 93. So Nathan, what are you, 88? And I'm 81.
Yeah, he was in like Wes played on our teams. He was his older brother. So I remember
Oh, yeah.
hearing about this guy, goalie, right?
So hey,
Yeah.
Sean, why are you a Thunder Bay guy? Like Thunder Bay is your team name. Like so,
Good
and the only reason
question.
I ask is because it was the first, literally 100%. I think I told you this. The first, like a long time ago, I probably got hammered, and I was like, dude, the first place in Canada I went was Thunder Bay, and I went to Loch Lomond and Candy Mountain, and I went to we went skiing there, and but like it was my first taste of Canada. Like
Yeah, man.
how are you around Canada? Because you wear a wild hat too sometimes. I see. Like
Yeah,
what's the
so
deal
like
there?
I live in Thunder Bay. Like this is where I
Oh,
live
you
now.
do. Oh,
I
okay, okay,
moved
okay.
here like 2011 ish. So yeah, my kids are born here. Like this is like it's like my home now. But I grew up in Caledonia, which is like near. You probably don't know Hamilton, but you know Toronto.
No,
Kind of.
yeah. I know Hamilton. I know. I mean, I've been traveled a lot for work, right? So I got lucky, right? So I've been a lot of places. So yeah, I mean, yeah, for medical stuff, we've gone up there. But yeah, I mean, I don't know how far is. So you grew up in Caledonia, but Caledonia is close to what, like major
Like close to
majorish.
Hamilton. Caledonia is really close to
Okay,
Hamilton.
okay. So on
So
the
like when
Like
we
okay,
were growing
15
up, like
minutes from
we would
Hamilton,
go to
basically.
Hamilton, like it's 15-minute drive. Like we'd go to Hamilton to
okay,
go
okay.
to events and stuff. Like we were almost not quite a suburb. It's like a small town, but it's like close enough that
Yeah,
you could treat it as a suburb.
got it. Got it. Okay. Yeah, because I mean, I've been, I've gone a lot of places in Canada, but like, they're all major cities. But when this is what's cool about the league. Like, I've gone through life shit while I've been in the league, right? And everybody is like, it's so weird because other than a handful, like in different pockets or whatever, we've not all like met each other in person or whatever. But like when I went through divorce and shit like that, like everybody's like, dude, I know people, or I've gone through it myself. And everybody will like, that's why I probably why I don't quit, because it's like a people who are good people, right? Like it's like a group of friends. Maybe we haven't met each other, but like it's not just about the games. Like we always chat a little bit. I'm always like, oh, congrats on this to whoever wins, right? Whoever loses, and you get to know people a little bit, at least through the thing. And but yeah, it's super
That's a good
wild
group.
because
Yeah,
I look back on it, I'm like, God, like I've known people for 20 years that I haven't talked to as much as the people in this league, which is fucking wild to me.
yeah.
It
But
is.
like, there's nobody that has ever been like an asshole. Like, there's some grumpy dudes on here, but like if you ask them like a serious thing or whatever, they're all like really nice about it. Like, it's awesome. Like it's actually, to me, it kind of mimics regular hockey. Like,
Yeah.
Especially if you're playing like shithole beer league hockey or whatever, like most dudes are good. They might be rough around the edges, but they're good guys.
Yeah,
Which is
who would you draft as the number one, the grumpiest man in the league?
That'd be a good.
well, because I don't want to do that, because then I'd be like, that dude's an asshole. Like,
Oh, it don't have to
because
be an asshole. Just who's really grumpy, I get the different.
to me, okay. So
Who
I'm
comes
gonna
across
say,
as being the grumpiest? Yeah, not specifically to you, just in general in the
to me, the grumpiest guy, and it's not because I know them to be an asshole, because they're nice to me.
Yeah.
Off, like when we play our games, it's always like, good game, you're really getting better. Like Wolf comes off as like the grumpiest dude.
He's
But
number one. Yeah.
but he doesn't, like, he's never done anything to me personally that make me feel grumpy, like he's an asshole or anything, right?
Yeah. He seems like such a nice dude, but he's also the grumpy. He's the number one pick, I would say. Him and Nips have got to be the grumpy.
Yeah, they're my two
grumpiest,
picks.
right?
Like the Nips is my second. Although randomly Nips is just like, hey man, want to play Xyz? And I'm like,
Oh, I bet Nips
but
is
it's
a great dude in person. Like,
yeah,
no doubt.
like
every time I've heard him talk about
and
it, this guy's a
that's
beauty.
why
But he's so
I
grumpy
want to go
online.
to
It's
these.
just like,
Like, I know it costs a shitload of money to fly to these like little towns for like small, like, tournaments or whatever. But I'm like, fuck, $1,000 from Orange County. Oh, do I want to go play an auto league game? Not so much, but I'm like, I like these guys. Like, they're fun dudes. I want to meet them in person, see if they're like that in real life. So like for me,
I went to
there's
the high one. I went to high that one year. What was it? 2 years ago now. It was so much fun, man. It was awesome, and it was a big fucking
Yeah.
trip. We drove. I flew to Toronto. We drove from there. It's like it took forever. There was moments when I was super hungover coming back that I regretted going, but in
Yeah,
retrospect,
but
it was
that's temporary. That's the temporary regret. That's
that's
like
right.
buying a road game to your team in game 7 and they kick your ass and you're like, fuck, I spent $7,000 to go to Vegas to watch the Wild lose. But you're like, but it was still fun. I was with fun people, right? So like that's why I was always like, yo, let me DJ or something to add value to why I'm going. And then I'll be like, it was so great. It was so worth it.
Okay, we got to go back to this. I got to find. So, is his name Judson Phillips, or did I spell this wrong?
No, it's good. I think you're good there on the spelling.
What is like
Judd.
Gophers or?
So no, yeah, he's not a goalie. He's not a goalie.
Oh,
I
I thought
know.
you said he was the best goalie.
No. He was a gopher. I'm the goalie. But so that's Judd. Don't like get his business involved. But
That. Is he
no. Type in Goldie the Gopher with an IE. Or I think no. Goldie is a Y. Do Goldie the Gopher.
Goldie. Oh, I thought you were saying
Yep.
Goldie.
No, Goldie the Gopher. It's the mascot for the University of Minnesota. So he definitely has a Urban Dictionary entry, and he definitely has a Wikipedia. So, but he wasn't. I as far as I know, like this is Bush League shit because he wasn't a football goalie. He was a hockey goalie. So, and he's old, and he's old as shit. So, like he's not in the.
Man. I was so confused. I thought you were talking about he was the goalie. Like I was.
No,
I was
Goldie the Gopher. Yeah, he was the mascot. Yeah, I know.
Incredible.
I know I know 2 college mascots, which I don't know anybody else in the world who knows 2 fucking college mascots. But he was a college mascot.
Gig, man, that would be.
Yeah, because you got to be athletic as hell, but also kind of like
super athletic. Yeah.
I mean, I was surprised. The first time I met Judson, so one of his cousin is a good buddy of ours. That's how we kind of all met him. At the end of the day, it was through his cousin, and I go to. It was a very it wasn't a rager or anything, but we met at his cousin Dave, who sucks ass at hockey, at online hockey, or he probably doesn't know how to skate. Like he's a smart guy, but he is not a hockey guy. He watches hockey, but he couldn't. He's not a player. But he's a very humble, very wealthy guy. He's very nice. And he had this cool ass apartment when we were in college. And it was like a penthouse place. He was a little further ahead of us in getting out in the working world. And he was a software guy. And Judson comes in and he's like, hey, this is my cousin Judson. And I'm like, oh, hey, man. And Judson is an animal. In his younger days, he's a fucking animal. Now he drinks wine, but don't let him fool you. He's a fucking animal when he goes to Vegas. And Dave goes, I'll bet you all your drinks for the rest of the night. And I'm like, I'm in. I want to hear this. He bets him. He's like, if you eat this whole loaf of French bread, so it's like French bread. It's thin, but it's a big ass, like it's like a 2-footer, right? I'll buy you drinks if you eat all this shit. And I'm like, I will double his bet because I know you're not drinking a lot after drinking all that, eating all that. Judd's like, fuck yeah, I'm in. So he eats his whole loaf of bread and he's fucking miserable. And Judd is like, at the time, still is like a pretty well defined guy. He's a muscular guy. And he, football player type dude. And he ate this whole loaf of bread and he pulls me into he's like, let's go to the fucking bars on the campus. I can get us in anywhere. I was Goldie. And I'm like, what? Okay, cool. Like, that's great. Okay, whatever. I'm like, he's a bullshitter, but that's fine. And we go to these bars and we're just fucking getting in. And I'm like, dude, what's your drink? I got to buy. What's your drink? And he's like, oh, I can't drink anything. He didn't probably drank 1 beer the whole fucking night because he was so full. We're driving down the road because he can drive still because he has only had a beer. And we're going to all these college hot spots, in these 2 little small pockets in Minneapolis where all the bars are. And everybody knows Judson. Everybody, he is the townie that everybody knows. Yeah. And he's not ordering any drinks, but he gets us in the bars and he's driving around in this fucking 90s Mustang with the top down. And I'm like, oh my God. This is so textbook, like Uncle Rico slash, Adam Sandler and Billy Madison. Like he's got a Camaro and shit, but it was a Mustang. And we're going to these bars and we're getting in, and he doesn't drink anything. And I'm like, this is the best bet I've ever made because I became a friend of Judson, first off and foremost. Now we've been to other countries together. Like his cousin was like kind of the conduit, right? But then now when we go on a big international trip, we're like, okay, let's see if Judd and Dave want to go, and then Blair gets involved now. Autobahn isn't much the international guy, but we get other guys through that friendship who are friends with me or whatever, and we go to like exotic places just to check them out and see what life is like. And yeah, so I've been to Asia twice with Judd now for a week or two. One was a disaster for me, but for them, they got out and got after it, and we're still the same. Like, I've been going to new countries for 20, almost 30 years at this point. And I'm a classic American. Like I'm a loud, obnoxious, piece of shit in general, but I'm also very interested in other cultures. Like I treat people with respect. I'm into music. That's my thing. So I always find ways to talk to randos. But we go out there and we're respectful as always. Judd's a respectful guy, but we are loud and but we're good. We're good. We're Minnesota, right? So we're decent
That's
human beings.
That's a good picture painted for Judd.
Yeah, like Judd's a fantastic
Yeah.
guy. And he's way smarter than he would come off as on like the chats and stuff. Like he's calculated. He's good with numbers and shit. So there's no like, he might have a pot gummy or drink too much wine now, but before it was like, big drinks and maybe not pot, but yeah, he's a smart guy. Like he's a genuine guy. Like he's a really good guy.
That's a good one, man. Holy, what a story.
Yeah, that's literally like to turn it all back.
This league is awesome, man. Like it's amazing.
Turn it all back to the beginning of my time in the league. Like literally, it starts with Judd and it's still with Judd, right? Because like he was my little, bifurcator into Audubon and Nick, and Blair was a little earlier than all the other guys for me, for who I knew. But yeah, it's like I got a poem written by Blair about Xyz sitting in my fucking folder somewhere that is basically like, you can play all the Xyz you want, but you're going to be shit against me forever. But it was drunk at a bar in Vegas with Blair like 5 years after I met him, probably.
Cool. Let's finish the draft.
Yeah.
We still got a couple teams.
There's 3 picks left, but really we're down to Minhatrick and Woodland. We've all agreed that Italy is the worst team, so they're going to be out of this draft. Nathan, you're up, and then me. So you got Woodland or Minhatrick, and
I'd rather the Minhatrick roster than Woodland, I think. Depending on Voracek, I don't know how good he is, but
Voracek might be a star. You don't know.
I mean, he's got the goal. He's 86, but
he's got Backstrom at 79.
Backstrom 79. Everyone else is in the 60s.
Yeah, his defense are terrible.
Yeah, I don't think I could argue either of those. So that pick at all, man. Like
the only problem is like I don't know what the peripherals are on these second D for Minhatrick, but Cam Fowler or Torrey Krug is playing, and like that could be real bad.
Ooh, Fowler
speed. Krug is rated 47. He can't be.
Krug 3 speed. So he's playing 3 speed.
This is probably Sagathon's worst roster of all the years. Like he always has. Like this guy's a 0-shot accuracy.
He's always been able to pick up.
It's crazy though that he still wins with these shit teams. Like maybe this year will pan out different.
Though, yeah.
I mean, but didn't he make the playoffs this last season? I mean,
yeah, he'll always make playoffs. He is, yeah, like it is it is impressive actually. I think we take that for granted of how good these guys do with such
that's why I always like look at like the guys who are really good, like who are always like perennial top whatever. Right? Like even Pitt, when they're bad, they're still pretty fucking good because they know how to play the game.
Yeah.
Like for me, I could have the best team in the world, but I'm still learning how to like see the game unfold as like a video game, right? Like I just am. I don't know when I'll get there, right? To be honest, I could just end up being where I'm at for a long time.
Guys have what probably 5,000 game head start on you. You know, like
Even
if
then
you're
though,
playing
like I mean, I've always been bad at video games, right? So there's like always a handicap that is just real, right? Um, you
That
know,
sounds ridiculous, but that is like a true thing. I do believe that. Like some people are just better at video games than other people.
yeah, like I'm good. Like, I mean, as a goalie at almost 50, right? I'm probably better than the average 50-year-old at goalie right now. Like, I've always been pretty decent at real sports. I've always been absolute trash at video games. Even my buddy, we used to have this thing in college where we would play tennis, like real ass tennis. Then we play video games, and then we play foosball. And foosball was always the equalizer because he was great at video games, shitty at real sports, but foosball equalized us. Like it's kind of like even playing field, and we were both okay at foosball, and we would just add. It was just an ongoing total. Like he's a guy that should get in the league. I'm trying to convince him because he's been at the live Segathon. He knows he knows all the dudes from Minnesota in the league, and he's just got not the best. He's got kind of a red Wi-Fi or not a red internet connection, even though he hardwires. It's a satellite. And so, but he's just been good at this game for a long time. Like he's good. He plays good with all the guys from Minnesota. He's come to the Segathons. He and I play X's fairly regularly, and we usually split, even though he doesn't play in the league. And I'm like, dude, you should just play in this league. But he's so anti like competition and all this stuff. I think he's just like his self-esteem is more like anxious about playing in a league thing where there's like commitments and shit. I'm like, dude, trust me, nobody gives a flying fuck. I've been the bottom 3 for 11 or whatever, fucking 10 of the 11 season I've played in this.
Yeah, but you finish your seasons too, right? Like it's the guys
I
that
do.
don't
I
finish
do.
seasons, then it is an issue for sure.
Yeah. So I'm like, dude, but we play, we'll like clockwork. We'll play on a Saturday or a Sunday night, or a Saturday or a Friday night. We'll play 5-10 games like in those 2 days. I'm like, that's enough to get through a 3-month season,
for sure, for sure.
And he's good enough. He would guaranteed this guy would finish ahead of me in the league because he's just more rounded. Like I'm sporadic, and when I'm playing good, I'm playing good. He would be better than our bottom 3-4 players. I'm sure of it. He's just naturally good enough. Like, but he sucks. Like at the tournaments, he will end up playing shitty. He doesn't know manual at all, but he's good enough. Like I don't know what his deal is, but he's been that he didn't play team sports in high school or anything like that. So I'm sure that's why he's like, just like and he's got kids, whatever. But his kids are old enough where he should play. I keep telling him like, dude, you're gonna finish ahead of me. You should play.
Let me ask you guys before, like we're done the draft now, so that's basically that. So I'll take Woodland and we'll end with Italy,
Yeah.
which is cool. But I'm looking at the standings from last year and looking at the teams that missed the playoffs from last year, and then you've got to add in Grand River, who's going to be in contention for playoffs for sure. And you also, and I don't know how good the other new guy's going to be. I guess my question for you guys is which of these teams are going to be contending for the playoffs this year? And we already have talked about Gophers. Like he's off to a really good start.
Yeah.
Like there's no question he's going to be contending for playoffs now. He's already played 12 games. He's doing really good. So he'll be in the mix.
I think all 3 of those those top 3 there are probably playoff possible.
I was thinking Autobahn just got 3 points off Wolf, which I was like, oh, he saved the start of the season. He started off pretty poor, but then he lost the 2 to Don Don. Like I don't think there's coming back from that.
That's crazy, eh? Like it's so tight that you
tight.
lose 2 to Don Don that you hope to win, and you might have sunk your season.
I think so. Like I think because he didn't get off to a good start, he kind of crawled back in with those wins over Wolf, and then that's a killer.
Yeah, like right now the standings. If we look at the current standings, he is not looking good. He's played 18 games already, which is a lot. There's his record.
I think he's played a tough schedule.
He's played a tough schedule?
I think so.
Yeah, I mean, he played Blair, who Blair is undefeated right now.
Yeah.
I think. And then whoever else he played, like they weren't like none of them they were close. I think they were all pretty close losses.
But
Blair's also a plus 75 goal differential after those 2 so I guess he's not actually 6-0.
Oh yes. I guess
yeah, you're right. They were kind of pissed about it, but
wait, so is that real? is that 75 thing real, or is it like an
I
April
mean, I
Fool's
think it's
thing?
gonna be, because I don't think anyone's gonna take it out. So it's like it's kind
Oh,
of
for real?
it's kind of a
I always
shame.
thought
Like,
that was an April Fool's thing.
well, it was,
Well,
but I don't think anyone's gonna remedy it because it sounds like it's a hassle to do.
But what happened to Nick in those games? Did he just like fucking start the game and like walk away from his computer? I mean, that's even against the computer, those
I don't even know
games
how he
were.
put up that many goals.
no,
Like,
Yeah,
he must have pulled Nick's goalie. That's the only way.
oh, yeah.
that's the only way it can possibly go.
Yeah,
I mean, like,
my best ever against a computer, I can score like maybe 15, 16.
yeah, I mean, I've scored 10 against the computer team, and that's saying a lot because I'm not really that great on offense unless I'm
Well,
getting
even
that.
10's a lot. Like if you can score 5 goals a period, that's a ton against an
Mhm.
auto goalie real team. So he had to have pulled a goalie. There's no way he scored 35.
Yeah,
Anyway, so I'm gonna be right back, but I'm gonna leave this on the screen from last year's. And my question is, which teams in the playoffs are likely or are at risk of missing, and which teams in the bottom are potentially the teams that we should watch for to be in the playoffs this year? I'll be right back.
I think Wolf. What is he this year? Here, he's
this
third
is
off.
2000. This is last season.
I think this is last season. I'm looking at the other one here. I can't share right now, but
That's all
Wolf
right.
is 16 games. He's 500 right now. Which I think he's kind of on the bubble.
Yeah,
I
I
don't know,
mean,
which of these ones? What do you think? Who's got a good chance of jumping up into the playoffs?
I mean, outside of the top three, I think you got to say that Chalky is always like a possibility, just because he's good at the
Yeah.
game.
Yeah.
You know, I can't remember where his team fell, but versus this year versus
He's
last
got a
year.
better roster this year for sure.
Yeah, I mean, you can't count him out. Like the new, maybe the new guys don't make it to the playoffs, but all those guys like last season he swept me, I think, and the year before I maybe swept him, which doesn't happen very often.
Who did you beat in the shitty bill? Like you won that series, didn't you?
I beat Chalky, and we also had
Oh, wow,
a
yeah.
glitchy game, so we played an extra game that I ended up coming because I only won by 1 goal. The final, I think it was the third game, and I won by a goal, but he was like, "Oh, it was a shitty connection. The last goal I didn't even see," and I'm like, "Well, I don't want to fucking." Like it doesn't matter that much to me to just take a win because of connection. So I'm like, let's play it again. And then I came back and won it in
So
that
you actually
game
beat him
too.
3-1.
Yeah, I mean, but whatever. But like, whatever. I'm gonna trust everybody. Nobody
Chalky,
seems
yeah.
like a douche in the league. So I'm like, oh, if it's a
Yeah, for sure.
bad end game, we're playing it again. So I was like, let's play it again. Who cares? And I won the next one. I don't know if I won by more than one or not, but but he's
That's a
who
big
knows?
win. That's a big win. Chalky is like legit good.
Yeah,
Did you
I mean,
really go to beat Chalky in the shitty bill?
I mean, I felt good about it, but then I'm like, I know how I play. Where it's like some games, like where this is where I have to be more disciplined when I decide to play, because like if I know after a couple games, like, okay, are you on? And I got a busy ass job, like, and I get pissy about or anxious about certain things. So I'm like, I just have to be better of like, okay, I know I lost and I should have lost because I played like shit. Is it something that was just like a couple games where I was like, if it was close, maybe I'll keep playing. But if I lose by like 4 or 5 goals, I got to be more disciplined to say, you know what, I'm not going to call for more games because I'm pissed and I don't care.
Yeah.
Right. So we'll see. I've only played a handful of games this year, but if I play shit games, like I should just go after 2, like, okay, this is bad, I'm not going to play.
Yeah.
I'll wait. And I found too, like I do a little bit better when I take a night off where I don't play. And even though I like it, it's like a good distraction for me. I'm like, if I play bad or I've just been playing 5 nights in a row, I got to stop. Like I got to take a day off because I don't think there's a day where even if I lose, I don't play better when I've taken a day off. So
Right.
I don't know, it sucks because I'm like, oh, I'm bored tonight. Let's play games, but I'm like, I think when it comes to the leaguers, if I got to no, I'm not saying I got to take it seriously because it's like, this is for fun for me. And, but if I have a night where I just play absolute trash hockey, I'm like, I gotta take a night off and be okay with that.
Mhm.
Getting shit in the chat for exposing our good friend Gaelic Gopher's personal secrets.
Yeah, I mean, shit.
That's a
I
great
don't know. I
story.
mean, I feel like he'd be listed on a roster somewhere, so that's not like he's just good at this game. I mean, he is tough like in every angle. He's good at goalie, he's good at D, he's good at forward. I don't know if that's really a secret. Like he can score goals, he can play D, he can hit like a motherfucker, which drives me insane because like I'll lose by a goal or two to him usually if it's like if I'm playing good, he's playing good. But that's not really a secret that he's pretty decent at the game. Uh yeah, I don't know, whatever. Fuck those guys.
How many exes are you playing right now? Like, what's your average?
I should be way better than I am. I play, I mean, I play pink a lot. Like that's just, he's been a real good guy to play Xyz. Like, it's just kind of like most nights we're like, it's more of a shock if either of us can't play than it is if we can play. But I probably play the most with pink. Judd is kind of like an old man. He's like, I don't play Xyz that much, but he'll play if I throw a little couple
Throw a little
dollars on each
coin.
game.
Throw a little coin
Yeah.
down. That's good shit.
Blair plays. Autobahn will play. Like if I notice he isn't getting enough, like I'm nerd, so I'll like notice if anybody isn't getting feedback, and I'll just throw a note out directly to him. Randomly like Ticklepuss plays, Pitt plays, Sean, you'll play initially. Even Nate, I think we played a few X's here and there. Dosry, DSN or whatever, he'll play X's. The guy who comes in and out every now and again is the whatever. He posted something today. It's
Oh yeah, the 94
NHL
champion.
future king of 94. We played, he fucking killed me last night, but I knew I've been playing bad for a week. So
Does he know how to play?
he plays Calgary every single game. Like, and I'm like, you want to switch it up a little bit? And like, so he doesn't have a team. So we play the old school 94 rules. And we play, manual. I'll flip it around. If I'm playing certain people, I'm good with New York. But God, my run on the spin of the wheel is either been like bad to a little bit better bad, but yeah, I got Hartford, which again, like Nips or somebody won and does well with Hartford, but I'm like, I fucking sucked with Hartford.
Yeah, you gotta have the right lines for that team. They're okay with it.
And I had Anaheim before this, and they were bad. I feel like I'm better. Like San Jose was the team I got where I was like,
Gopher says that you text the Minnesota guys 15 times a week. If I go on Discord for 13 seconds, I'll instantly get a text to play X's.
No, that's an over exaggeration, but not that bad. I mean, it's probably like maybe every other day, but I'll send them a text and a Discord message into the main XE line, and then I'll be like, "Hey, I saw you were online for 5 seconds. Like, let's go."
Go.
Because I'm like, I know their lives. I know what if they have kids or not, and if they're busy in real life. Judd's a busy guy, even and he's got stepkids and shit. So even though they don't live at home, and I'm like, what's your excuse? And his wife is cool. I'm kind of like, dude, I know you're just watching fucking Yellowstone or something. Like, come on. We know how the fucking story ends. It's not even that good of a show. So I give him shit more. But like Blair plays, fairly regularly, and I do better on Xyz than regular season with him. Autobahn, if he's online, he'll play if he's got nothing else going on. Pink is just the standard, like he dedicates his time, and like I'd like to think that after a lot, even the tough games, I'm like he's seeing the puck better because we play so many games. Whether that realistically translates into actual wins or not, but like I had to
he
for
just
me.
posted that you guys have played 500 Xyz.
It has to be. It has to be at least. I mean,
That helps.
because to be fair, like if he this season in particular, I'm hitting the fucking like abort game button plenty. And we just go back into it. It's like and I tell him, like, don't tell me good game after I fucking get hauled by 5 goals. Like, I didn't play a good game. I played shit, like
Did he run up the score?
yeah, he doesn't take it easy on me. Like, the chances of us finishing at 10-2 or whatever are very limited because I'll have aborted that game. And then we just go back into it. It's like, listen, we're gonna play 10 games probably. Like, most nights we'll play 5-10 games if we're playing, right? If we start at 6, 6 my time, which is 9 his time, his kids are in bed, we'll just go. And I think he just likes playing the game, which is great for me because I like it. But I'm also like, even if this season in particular, I've been getting like pissy, so I'll take like like, dude, give me 15 minutes. I'm walking my dog because I have literally played like absolute shit. So, and then I'll come back. I'll play an all right couple of games. I won't win. This season, I don't win against him. I probably had a couple wins out of like 50 games. I probably won twice,
He's just going to bed. I can just picture him like laying on his pillow, smiling.
Yeah, but I mean,
after the
I'm like,
10-2.
don't take it. I'm like, anytime I win, I'm like, did you actually take it easy? He's like, fuck that. And I'm like, good. He's like, I could play with somebody else's team if you want. I'm like, fuck that. I'd rather lose by 10 goals than, fucking give it away, because, at the end of the day, I'm doing it for fun or I'm trying different things, but I'm trying all these games. I try. It's not a matter of, me giving up or whatever. Like, especially like Blair is just good at these shit shots that go in. Like, but I'm like, is it a shit shot if it goes in? Like, not really. He took the shot. He didn't have to take it. He could have skated around or whatever. So yeah, I mean, like Ticklepuss and Gophers are always the ones where I'm like, I guarantee even Nexies, Ticklepuss will play a few games if he's like super bored. And like, it's just like, oh God, he fucking wins no matter what. Like, and even when he has a bad team, like, he's just got this thing. He knows the ways. And I'm, even though I know it's coming, I can't remind myself to turn the goalie on early enough,
Yeah,
Well, boys, I gotta go. This is getting way too long. We kept you for 3 hours. We didn't mean to do that.
Hey, everybody knows
fun,
I'm
man.
a talker,
Yeah.
so.
This has been really good. So congratulations to Sumter, Betty Ford, and Inglewood, our top 3 choices for this season teams. Sumter, I think that means your championships get an asterisk. Not sure.
I mean, of course, he's got to play an actual season game to find out, right? But
yeah, cut it out to 500 X's and just play season games. Fuck.
Yeah, I'm not going to comment on that because I'm the beneficiary of like at least 480 of those X's probably. So.
Well, this was good, man.
Yeah, thanks for having me. Thanks for having me. This is fun as shit. Hopefully you guys, I've always said you guys are kind of like the more, not serious in a bad way, but more like you guys know your shit and you talk about real stuff. Like Maddie and I talk primarily because I'm a piece of shit. Like, I detract Maddie from whatever agenda we had. But there is sort of a rhyme and reason to what I try to do.
The next one. Why are you guys still going?
When's the next app coming out?
Maddie's a busy guy. Like, I don't have anything going on in life, so I mean, I got a busy job, but otherwise, usually after 5, I'm pretty good out here. But yeah, we'll probably get one going on. We always talk about making sure we do one a month or whatever, but Maddie's got kids in real life and his own business that he runs too. He's got baseball, which I can't not give him shit about. I'm like, oh, you can't play X's tonight? You said you want to play X's all the time to get better, but the Braves are playing a game. I'm like, there's 176 of them left, like, you'll be fine without 1 or 2 nights, but he's a baseball guy,
Yeah, he's a true fan, yeah.
Yeah, no, it's fun. Like, Maddie, I mean, everybody is super cool in this league, like, even the guys that I say are grumpy, it's only because of what they post, not because of how we interact. So yeah, I love you guys. You guys are great.
Yeah, thanks for coming on, man. That was great.
Thanks for having me. Hopefully, you guys continue to do this one and you guys have a good season too. Hopefully I can get over what I got over last year. So
15 is the goal this year.
Yeah, boys.
Gotta get there.
See you guys.
See you guys.
Awesome. Have a good night.
Thanks, you too.